Yeah, yeah. They watch me, tsunami. They watch me, tsunami. Wait, I feel like Goku. My lip punch, Majin Buu. Use K, Mazaku. Spirit gun, I shot 2 in the air. I don't care. In my circle, ain't no squares. I'm a gator, I'm a bear. I got Vikings in the cut.
1. Devilmanm Army, I am here. It's your captain, Poppy Picasso, from the Stay Tuned podcast. If you're here, that means you're part of Devilmanm Army too. Right now with me, I have Jony and Enock. I do not know his last name, but Enock's here too. It's the first episode of Devilmanm Army. I'm just happy y'all here, to be honest. We're here to talk some anime shit to niggas who talk anime shit with us own niggas.
Happy to be here, man.
Yeah, we just want to dedicate this pod to all them people out there who say, oh, nah, you can't keep reading manga, or oh, nah, you can't watch anime no more. I've watched anime and I fucked your bitch at the same time. It's your boy, back at it again. Jony Curry, you know what I'm saying? My name is my name. Get at me at my Instagram, JonyKurian.
You know, Michael B. Jordan Ben late, man. Whack shit.
Smooth voice. The smooth, that's a very white voice.
Enoch, right, you got some bass inside. Yo, say that shit again, bro.
Michael B. Jordan Ben late. Was that?
Ooh, hot.
Yo,
I wanted to shout out real quick. Vegeta Blue, Ascended Blue or whatever that thing's called, man. You know, he's trying his best. And I really appreciate that shit, you know?
Oh my god.
I hope he beats the fuck out of Goku one day.
Yo, we gonna get into this for sure.
All
Nate,
we can't get that. I'll get very upset.
Oh, Nate, have you finished watching Super yet?
That's a whole finish. You can't give me we can't get started on Super because I'll it's gonna go.
Okay, we're gonna say that for another episode for sure. For sure.
That's a whole nother episode. I'll get into that. But for this first episode, we thought we'd first start off and like give us a little introduction on each of us and whatever. Like, what's a good way to do that? And we said, all right, bet. Let's come in with our top 5 anime for whoever it is for us, and like talk about it, discuss it. Let's hear what you guys have, shit like that. Jony, you want to start the shit off?
Most definitely. What we gonna do right now, since it's the first episode, we want to get y'all, the audience, acclimated to our tastes and preferences when it comes down to this art form, this beauty that we call anime, man. The art of storytelling, if you will. So I'm gonna start it off right here, right now, with my top 5 animes that are just TV shows right now. So this top 5.
Are you going in order?
I mean, I didn't write them in order, but I'm gonna just look at the shit and just like feel it out.
I was about to say, guys, I don't know. If
yeah, listen. When we say list, by the way, like it's just most of us coming off the top of our heads. Like, you know us. This is the Stay Tuned Network. We don't prepare.
Yeah, even top 5 it's a loose top 5 because it's really just the first 5 that came out of our heads that we fuck with. That's what it turned into. I guarantee I forgot a smooth 4 shows that should be up there.
Same. I for sure have snubbed at least 2 anime shows off this list. I don't even know what 2 they are, but it just feels like I've snubbed 2. But let's get it popping. Right now, my top 5 animes that I've seen thus far, all time, my favorite. Rurouni Kenshin.
Kenshin?
Man, listen, as a young, I saw Rurouni Kenshin, my first episode when I was like 5. Shouts out a very, very young homie, Chris Wang. His dad used to own like a Toyota car dealership, and like we would literally go over there like after like kindergarten or some shit. And then after that, we just like watch Rurouni Kenshin. And I was like, yo, this is how you get a female. Like Rurouni Kenshin, like definitely taught me a lot of my moves in terms of just how to approach women, how to treat women, and how to use my sword. You know what I'm saying? All of these factors,
and how to use your
all these factors are extremely important in a young man's life, and you need to like be shaped the right way with the correct morals, approaching situations, learning how to diffuse things, and also just learning how to be disciplined to your craft. And most importantly, if a nigga steps out of line, we killing him.
Interesting. So you put Rurouni Kenshin up there because of like mostly what it meant to you and what it taught you and shit
Definitely,
like that.
for sure. And
Didn't even think
and
about
he's
it that
like
way.
the Japanese Shaft. Like, if I can be frank, I really feel like Rurouni Kenshin's the Japanese Shaft.
I can see that.
What?
That's
What?
Who's Shaft?
I'm gonna roast you later for that. Alright. So, number 2.
You got that as number 1?
I'm just listening, bro. Maybe I'll give my order after.
Got you.
Yeah, I don't know what my order is. No, this is my number 1 for sure. My number 1 for sure is Dragon Ball. Like, whatever, call me, like, mainstream, call me, like, a fucking wannabe, weeb, ass otaku. I don't give a shit. I didn't say Dragon Ball Z. I didn't say Super. I didn't say GT. I didn't say any of that hero shit. I meant that real OG Kush Dragon Ball. I'm talking the fucking Master Roshi grabbing the tits. I'm talking the turtle. He's all around there doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about, like Goku just piercing through the fucking heart of Piccolo.
The only unbroken limb he had.
Shipment more.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
And
most importantly, never forget Yamcha, the original Playboy.
Yamcha was lit.
Oh, Yamcha taught me a lot. Alright, so Dragon, is there a real reason why you're leaving out Z and all the rest of them?
I think... Yeah, I think the reason why I have Dragon Ball in front of Z and GT comes down to, I think the quality of fights in the animation style was absolutely flawless for Dragon Ball. And I know I'm in a minority opinion because people say there are parts of Z that are just like amazing, especially the beginning parts of Z. Like, I've totally heard that argument. It's very valid. But in terms of my preference, like, Toriyama was doing the most in terms of his animation fights by doing the least. Yeah. Like, he didn't really use effects or anything like that, but, like, when you saw, like, the fluidity of a kick and, like, how it hit, like, the detail that he would put into the art would make the animation good. And I feel like progressively over Dragon Ball's series, especially once you get into Super, a lot of the animation was taken over by, like, effects and trying to just do something that on paper looks really impressive, but in reality doesn't, like, transfer over to, like, really conveying the intensity of a fight. I feel like Dragon Ball mastered that.
I feel like overall, you could really tell Toriyama cared much more about Dragon Ball than he did the rest of it. Like, you could tell, like, he spent more detail in everything about it, in the whole writing of the whole story. I feel like past Dragon Ball, character development just stopped for the whole rest of the series. Aside for a little bit with Piccolo and Vegeta, but other than that, you didn't see any type of... For how long the Dragon Ball series or whatever that is, you saw no character development. It's the least of all in the
True. I know more about, like Pui than I do Gohan.
I know more about Pui than I do Goku.
Yeah.
Like, Goku, like, he's... Like, nothing... If you think about Goku, just shows up and beats niggas' asses, but you never really figure out too much about him. You followed him since he was a little kid. You don't know that much about Goku. You know more about Piccolo and Vegeta.
Yeah, big facts. And, like, you even see that, like...
Because you know, he's a typical... He paved the way for the typical shonen protagonist. He's not the type of nigga who has thought bubbles. You know what I mean? Goku just does things.
Yeah, but...
And it's funny to us. And
yes.
It's endearing.
That's
all that stuff.
See, that's true. And that's what actually made Dragon Ball so dope to me. But it's, like, building off of what you were saying. Like, because Toriyama, like, definitely came in and had the approach of a comedy with Dragon Ball. Because that's, like, all of his other stuff. His other stuff was, like cartoony, like, comedies. Like, he was, like, trolling, like, a lot of, like, anime tropes at that time. And I feel like that's, like, what made Goku so dope in the beginning. But then it got played out in Z and, like, Super later on down, too. Where, like, he was able to do... Super like, disgusting. If you look at the Nimbus Cloud, like, if you look at how Goku gets the Nimbus Cloud, like, that is some funny shit. Like, he's like,
yeah.
Essentially, you just can't be a dirty pervert, and you can ride this cloud.
I reread Dragon Ball.
Dog, I'm saying overall, he's cared more in Dragon
Oh,
Ball.
definitely. 100%. Like, about everything. You were totally correct about character development as well, Nate.
Everything.
Like, that's so true.
I'm like, everything.
Dragon Ball.
It get to the point where...
he definitely, you could tell that like he was just making stuff up now. I mean, he admits it himself. It's not like the thing I like about Toriyama is that he's still a genius. Like he will make something up and it will be amazing, better than some like a lot of these mangakas could come up with. But on Dragon Ball, you could tell he was going for this gag manga about this monkey kid who just did not care about anything. And then they were like, "Yo, this is selling too good. We need you to keep going." Like, okay, he's an alien.
He's like, "Oh shit,"
and he low-key trolled us.
Oh yeah,
he like was like, "All right, let me just fucking blah blah blah." Like the way that consciously Dan Harmon like writes like Rick and Morty skits. Like, that's what Akira Toriyama was, like, doing in real time. Like, with a lot of Dragon Ball Z. It's super. He was just like, alright, fuck it. You want this? Here's this pink Pepto-Bismol looking motherfucker. Majin Buu! Like, let's get it. Like,
we need a new enemy, make him look like a fucking bug.
That's crazy.
Or whatever the fuck Cell is.
Oh, Cell's wild. That's, like, a crazy concept. You could tell, like, Toriyama was bugging.
Make him a bug.
Yo, let's get androids, and then this fucking cockroach is gonna come in here and he's gonna fuck all of them and he will take this strength. Like, that's a wild pitch. But like Akira Toriyama was out there making that pitch and was raking in millions.
He had a dope editor, I think. Because he'll talk about, interviews and stuff. He was like, yeah, originally I was just gonna have the first form of Cell be the final villain. But then his editor was like,
oh my god! The first form, like straight out.
Yeah, like the weeby version.
Bug, skinny limp, Kevin Durant.
Oh my god!
Like it's gonna be.
No. Oh, okay. I thought you meant even before that, like the little like you look like a dead ass cockroach.
No.
I was about to say, yo, what? That's crazy.
That would have been crazy. His editor was like,
that's just crazy.
Give me more cells, man. He's like, all right, bet, and he just pumped out Perfect Cell and the other second form Cell. These amazing designs, and
that's true.
Perfect Cell's a good character. I don't care what anyone says.
Perfect Cell's a great character, no matter how much they try to.
I think they should have ended Dragon Ball Z right on the Cell saga.
Yeah, go on.
I disagree. I think Cell Saga was. I think in the Cell Saga was by far the peak of Dragon Ball Z. But I still think the Majin Saga was pretty good and pretty useful.
Important to Vegeta. It was really important to Vegeta.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it gave him a lot more character depth.
It was very important.
Kind of characterizing. I know. Gotenks was just like.
I was just pissed at Gohan, bro, because you're just such a big fan of Gohan, and then you go into the Majin Buu series, and there's so much character development around him and his life, and you're like, wow. This guy, like, he's the one. And, like, Toriyama's even admitted, like, they were purposefully planning to make Gohan, like, supposed to be, like, the main character for Z. But then, like, money got in the way, and, like, Toei Animation was like, you're going to fucking make Goku come back and fix all this shit. So, like, we never even got, like, that original storyline that we wanted.
I think that's the downfall of Dragon Ball Z. That exact sentiment right there.
Yeah, they were like,
we gotta keep Goku on the front page. That mindset killed the whole series.
Definitely.
Especially now. But yeah, there's never been. I don't know. He might be the most ever. There's never been a character with so much wasted potential than Gohan.
I was hoping he'd get some of that back in
from the Into the Cell Saga to the
now,
like
to like now, like even now in Super.
But I'm talking about from how much from last time we saw him in the Cell Saga, hardest in the world. Yep. By far, the most powerful nigga we've ever seen, ever. Majin Saga just starts off, and he is a bitch. A huge bitch. He gets a little better, but from in the Cell Saga to then, it's like, all right, what happened?
Yeah, I love how Vegeta just calls him out on that. The second the Buu Saga starts, and they're like, they're like waiting to fight Dabura, and they were like, "Yo, you better not fucking pussy out. This guy's easier to beat than Frieza." Like that's what Vegeta tells him. Like,
no hello, nothing. Niggas just saw each other first time.
It's just like your son's fucking weak, Kakarot. You're like, oh my god, can we at least get a hello there, Vegeta?
Word.
Stop saying greet each other.
That's what makes Vegeta the GOAT. That's what makes Vegeta such a great character.
Gohan, it really is one of the most tragic stories in anime. Because I'm just mad all of the character development, all of the work that was done, even the start of the Cell arc when he's, kind of back to being little baby Gohan, whatever. It was fine with me because he'd gone through high school and all that. It's like, okay, makes sense. He might not have retained all that stuff. He didn't need to, and he's not that type of guy. But they built it back up, and they made it work. Like, he was okay. He's that nigga again. And then he was. And then he does the exact same thing, except no one's here to fix it.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
That was...
The thing that fucked me up is they could have made the Majin Buu series so much more dope had, Gohan not getting to Dabura and finishing him off on time, triggered the Majin Buu's birth, right? I wish that, psychologically, fucking ate at Gohan, and then he ended up becoming, the most OP fighter and took out Majin Buu. But, we never got that. We got teased with that, though. All that Super Gohan shit, where he was,
we got teased that
training with Kibito.
Training for Super Gohan the entire saga, and showed up and fought for, 14 minutes. But, yo, the more I think about it, you're right. From the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z, the whole series is about Gohan. Until after the Cell Saga. Why'd they do that? That would have been great.
Toya killed it.
To leave the whole Dragon Ball Z is about Gohan and being raised by the most powerful motherfucker.
Yeah, and living up to that.
Almost like My Hero Academica, or how the fuck you say it. Like have Goku just be the All Might in that situation, where it's like, alright, I have this to live up to. How the fuck am I gonna figure it out?
True.
In the first few sagas until Cell Saga was that. If it started Saiyan Saga, it followed Gohan more than Goku.
And the thing that hurts me the most is if you watch all of the episodes between the end of the Cell Saga and then the beginning of the tournament, the World Martial Arts tournament, and the Majin Buu saga, all those episodes in between were the greatest character development I've seen Toriyama do for Gohan. And I'm like, why would you invest so many episodes? It was 20, 25 episodes. Toriyama just went in on Gohan character development. And it was amazing. And then he just rips it from us. And it just, I don't know. It was crazy. But anyways.
Huh. So do you think Dragon Ball Z becoming as huge or popular as it did do you think that killed it? Because that's why people forced Toriyama to put Goku in the limelight and keep him there. Do you think that may have gone in another direction so much that it might have changed what really could have
No, and here's why. I don't think Toei let the money change them. You can still make a lot of money and then still just be consistent with the story that you've planned out. Toei, Toei saw the formula.
I think he changed because of that.
And it was already made, and they had made so much money, they freaked out. They were like, how do we keep this going? How do we keep making money as opposed to just saying, let's keep nurturing this thing, letting it cook, and then just seeing how we can make money off of that, as opposed to saying, here's this thing that already makes money, let's milk it some more. They already had a good thing. They kind of, killed the goose that was laying the golden eggs at that point.
Yeah, that's my whole point, though.
It's kind of awkward to me now because of that. It's, Goku and Vegeta are in, their 50s now. And anytime I'm reading the super manga or watching it, that always pops in my head sometimes. I'm like,
I fucking hate it. I hate everything that's going on now. I said I wouldn't get this whatever, but whenever I talk about Dragon Ball, I hate everything. I hate Super. I hate Heroes. I hate everything. Literally every single thing about it. The animation, what they're doing with it, the direction they're going, they're killing everything that was great before. They're killing everything that was great before.
I think the parts that Toriyama touch are very dope conceptually, and people have zero idea how to execute on this guy's vision. If you look at the way that he scripted out Dragon Ball Super, that shit was supposed to be crazy. They made Ultra Instinct turn into Super Saiyan 5, where clearly if you go back and look at all of Toriyama's notes and the translations that they make from his original notes for Super, Ultra Instinct was just supposed to be a fighting style. Goku is supposed to look like a normal ass dude. He's just supposed to have a white aura around him, but he's supposed to be at his strongest point because he's perfectly mastered Ultra Instinct. And if you look at Ultra Instinct conceptually, it's a perfected fighting form. It's the way the best comparison I can make is like the way Floyd Mayweather fights. It's like literally perfect defense leaves openings, and then you just take advantage of them. Like if you think about like in terms of actual fighting, like what Ultra Instinct is raw as shit. Like imagine never being able to get hit, and because you never get hit, your punches get more stronger and more confident over time until the point that you're fucking OP. Like that's all Ultra Instinct was supposed to be, and then they turned that shit into Super Saiyan 5. Like in the actual animation and all that. The manga is way better though. If you read the Dragon Ball Super manga, I feel like the manga is what the animation should have been.
That's what people say. That's what people say. But I just
say real quick, I think the anime has its faults, but later in the Zamasu arc,
I think everything about it's fault.
You know that, and that's fair. Like I know it's terrible, but I can't help but love it. Like
yeah.
That would. I know what you mean. A lot of people say that.
That would require like a real deep analysis of what like what's But I don't want. I just wanted to say about Ultra Instinct. I liked it a lot because it was even like thematically, it was a beautiful way to end. Maybe not end, but come full circle for Goku because he started out as a martial artist, and that it changed. Like I don't care what people say. It changed. It went into something else. It was not martial. Like I mean, it was, but
I feel you though. Super Saiyan 3 was not about martial arts.
Yeah,
and then Ultra Instinct comes back. It's like, no, wait a minute. It's just fighting. That's it. And that was dope to me.
That's an interesting point.
Dope to me. Thematically.
I like that. I like that take.
But yeah, man. Let's get back into my list.
I don't know how this turned into a Dragon Ball.
That's crazy, man. We're gonna have so much more. I'm pretty sure once we get into everybody's list, we'll have moments like that. But yeah, so my number one for sure was just regular Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball. And then
number one all time.
Regular all time number one is just Dragon Ball. I said Rurouni Kenshin previously. I haven't ranked it yet.
We'll just list up for list.
Yeah. Okay. So. I'll just choose my number one then. So my number two... Dang, this is tough. I'd probably go with Code Geass, like Lelouch the Rebellion. Have you guys seen Code Geass?
Yeah.
Code Geass? I seen it a while ago.
Dude, Code Geass is fire. Like the way that Code Geass ends, Code Geass is more intense to me than Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones. Watching Code Geass was more intense to me than watching Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, especially towards the last couple of episodes. Like, that's like a bold take, but I mean, I watched Breaking Bad live the same time I was watching Code Geass, like the last couple of episodes of Breaking Bad, and I was more stressed out for Code Geass. Yeah, just because of the last couple of episodes. Like, how fucking low does this guy have to sink to just say that he's the most powerful guy, that he accomplished all of these things? And then you see the last episode, and it's like the most beautiful... I've never seen an ending get flipped like that. I think that's what made Code Geass stand out so much to me, is just the way that Season 2 ends is, like, amazing. Like, just a dedication to his sister. Like, it's so fucking beautiful. Because if you go back and rewatch Code Geass after you see the ending, it's there. Like, you catch so many more hints. There's so much replay value to Code Geass. Yeah. Also, that's the reason why Dragon Ball is number one for me, too. In terms of just replayability out of any other anime, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm like a 3-year-old where you could, like... You know how you guys have, like, nephews and nieces where, like, if you turn on, like, their favorite movie, they'll just drop everything and do that? Like, they'll just watch that movie or whatever?
Time seeing it.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball's great with that.
That's Dragon Ball for me right now. Like, at the age of 23, that is, like, what Dragon Ball is.
I think that's a lot of people.
You could have a channel and just play it 24/7.
Yeah, and I'd be fine.
They did that.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z Kai's doing that.
That's literally all we're doing. It's the same thing.
They just
watch it.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Add another word.
Well, no, the reason why... Well, Kai, they started to, like, reanimate some of the frames just so they could get ready for Super, and they failed miserably. Like, they should have just left Toriyama's animation. Or, like, the old Toei animation, rather.
Their animation used to be so good. I don't know what happened with this. I hate this new animation. I'm going back to just Dragon Ball hate. But I fucking hate this Dragon Ball Super and on... Or Dragon Ball Resurrection F. I forgot when it started. And on Battle of Gods.
Yeah.
The animation from that on. I hate that so much. They made everybody look all skinny and kind of like a bitch, and I was like, man, come on, the old shit was hard. This is what is this? This is like some fucking Teen Titans Go shit.
About the new Dragon Ball movie coming out in winter, then I think.
Yeah, they're changing. Oh yeah, so Nate, we should probably tell you this.
I heard about that.
This will probably like reinvigorate your love for Dragon Ball. So they're rolling out a whole new studio just for Dragon Ball, the rest of the Dragon Ball Supers animation or whatever their next show is, and like they're spending a whole year planning like how they're gonna animate it and stuff. And like apparently the movie is supposed to be the first version of like the new animation style that they're gonna use from here onwards. And the movie is amazing. Like it goes back to like what I was saying about Dragon Ball, where it's like just traditional martial arts, but like. Even like somebody moves their hand and like you can see like the detail of it.
I think I saw a little. It was like a clip or a trailer of that before it, and I was like, okay, I'll fuck with the animation for that. Whatever I saw, I fuck with that very hard.
But Toriyama's designs, which I really like.
Great animation was one of my worst things about the rest of whatever we're doing now. Like this. As long as it'll fuck up, because I don't like the way I can't keep going about Dragon Ball Super. But even like the story and everything's getting really, really corny, and I hope they don't take that in like the whole same direction too with the new reanimation.
I mean, I fucked with 17 winning Tournament of Power though.
Oh, that was hard.
I fucked with that. Like that was a little switch up I didn't see coming, and I really like that 17 won Tournament of Power. That's what I was saying, man. Story wise, like Toriyama when he like draws out the plot and stuff, like everything Toriyama related about Super is crazy. Like. I fucked with 17 winning Tournament of Power.
Toriyama cares.
I'm gonna have to.
He closed a lot of loops.
I'm gonna have to read the manga.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Yeah, read the manga. Yeah.
I'm not, cause I can't watch the show. I just can't.
Definitely.
But I got to read the manga just so you know.
There's a couple episodes you should definitely watch, but I have to.
That's what my brother says.
Oh yeah, like Vegeta versus Topo. I was so hyped because I'm like a Vegeta stan. So.
Yeah, you gotta see Ultra Instinct fight if you haven't. You got to see that at least.
Oh, yeah. At least the build-up ones. I think the fight... I still think my favorite Ultra Instinct fight was the one against, like, Super Kefla. Like, that... Oh. I think that was the coldest one. Because, like, the way it opened up where she's just trying to kick the shit out of him, like, in the middle of that, like, tall-ass canyon, and he's just dodging everything. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, he should have an ebook in his hand or something.
Yeah, this dude was chilling, bro. That was crazy. All right. But damn, yeah. So my third item, I guess, off of that top 5 list was Code Geass, Lucia the Rebellion.
Yeah,
they got I think the new season is coming out, isn't it? Code Geass.
Yeah. It's coming out sometime. They said fall 2018, but we'll see here. Yeah, I mean, so is One Man Punch.
One Punch Man. I can't.
Yeah, One Punch. One Punch Man. Yeah, One Man Punch. One.
Show about a nigga punching one man specifically a day.
That's the whole fucking show.
Punch my man.
Go to sleep. The same guy gets punched at the end of each saga.
Bro, but like, no anime, they'd make that shit so deep. They change like the fighting styles and stuff, and there'd be like meanings behind different punches.
What have you crying, dude?
Dog, what's the maddest? I would watch that.
I know. Damn, I'm actually mad this don't exist now.
Like. Even like, see, that's why niggas in anime are so fucking. They're geniuses. You could take the stupidest premises. If you talk about that, what One Punch Man is about. That shit sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah,
it is fucking stupid. It is stupid actually, but it's good
and it's deep, bro. Like I really feel for fucking Saitama's like just ability to never find the joy of fighting again. Like, imagine if you had like. An amazing, pure joy that you worked really hard to get, and then all of a sudden, you could just never have that feeling ever again.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This nigga said I did 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups a day. like that was some groundbreaking shit.
That's not even that hard of training. What?
Yeah.
It ran 1 mile.
Yeah, that Rocky sequence that they gave him too was like so funny.
It's ridiculous, but it's good. That's why these niggas are geniuses. I feel like they just sit in a circle and it's like say some stupid shit, and I'm like, all right, find a way to make that a good anime. I feel like that's how they go about it now.
It doesn't matter how he got that strong. That's what I like about a lot of these new things. They're realizing what the things that don't matter and the things that do matter, so they can focus on that stuff. And that's why, you know what I mean. It doesn't matter how he got this one. I like Moomin Rider. That guy who rides the bike. That's his power.
Oh yeah, dude, Moment Rider when he
yeah.
pulls up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. Especially when that one Sea King like episode.
One of the best scenes
Oh
in One
my
Punch Man.
gosh.
One of the best
Yo,
scenes.
Moment
That's
Rider
great.
pulled up though. He pulled up.
That was like, oh shit. He was fucking
Yeah.
niggas up too, the fish dude. Dog, Woman Rider did not quit. That's one of the best scenes in the whole anime. If not
Yeah,
the
I
best.
fuck with the villains actually on One Punch Man too.
I do
Like,
too.
because they seem ridiculously cartoony, and then like they tell their backstory, and you're like, wow, that is fucking ridiculous.
Yo, the first thing, it was one of the first niggas, like a dude who had a brother, and like he gave his brother like all the drugs.
Yeah,
and shit,
that's the
so he got
first
big as fuck.
episode.
I was like, oh damn. They started, I think it was the first episode, but it wasn't the first villain. Like they got deep into his backstory and everything. It was like, oh shit, me and my brother, we love each other. Like I made sure he was the strongest nigga ever, and he liked it because he was strong and shit. It was like, oh yeah, that's my dude. And the fight just starts. It didn't even start. The nigga was right on his shoulder. It said, it squashed his brother. That shit was over. That shit was so funny to me.
Yeah.
The nigga just smashed his brother.
But surprisingly, One Punch Man or One Man Punch, both of those did not make it on my list. However, the other two spots that I had on here were Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and then Steins Gate.
Okay,
Yeah.
question. So, do you like Brotherhood better than the original one?
I do.
Have you seen the original one?
Yeah.
Most people say that. I don't know why. I mean, I do fuck with Brotherhood.
I think it's just because
good. I like the
Brotherhood,
original
like,
better.
it's not just because it's more optimistic. I think that's what a lot of other people say. People are like, oh, read full.
The first one.
Yeah, it's not just dark. It's just like, oh, shit doesn't work out.
The first one was
Yeah,
dark.
it's dark because shit doesn't work out. Like, that's like the main
Yeah,
reason why those
yeah.
stories like diverge. It's just like those spells don't work and like some really fucked up shit happens.
I mean, some like just kind of in general, the general vibe is like
Yeah,
dark.
definitely. Like people are so much less more pessimistic about stuff not working out, and then it doesn't work out.
Even just
Whereas like
color
Brotherhood
palettes.
is just like, oh, it works out, and they can like actually like progress the plot line. That's what it at least felt like for me. Like I feel like you learn like more stuff gets done because Brotherhood was like more optimistic. Like the spells like that little ritual does work
Yeah.
out. So like there is hope that his brother could like come back and like be better, and just because of that more optimism builds, which leads people like even like a lot of the foil characters to do more shit in Brotherhood, I believe.
Yeah, like Scar changed.
Yeah.
I love that.
Word.
Scar's much more developed in Brotherhood. But I don't know. I might be biased because I saw the first one first and then switch over to Brotherhood just to
See, that's what everybody tells
already
me.
had the first one
Everybody
on
who likes Alchemist a
I'm
lot
biased.
more than Brotherhood watched Alchemist first.
Oh, I never meet people who like Alchemist better, the first one better, except for myself.
Who have also watched it
Most of
first.
us are
I've met other people in my life.
I don't know what order they watched it. Just
Yeah,
people
it
watch
seems
both.
that like you're another person that builds on to this like larger idea that I've seen from people where if you've watched Full Metal Alchemist first, like and not seen Brotherhood, like if that was the first Full Metal Alchemist you've seen, you like Alchemist more. But if you've seen like Brotherhood or you've seen like just like both interchangeably at the same time, then a lot of people like Brotherhood more. But if you like saw Alchemist first, it's like nah, this is that OG shit. So like I definitely respect that.
I think.
Also, I think personally,
There you go.
it's just more my style.
Yeah, that's fair. It's more I can see that. It's like the pessimism is realistic, and like because of that, it draws out.
Yeah.
It makes the story a lot more genuine. I for sure see that.
Like the first one, it was amazing. I can't even. I need to rewatch it. I don't even want to compare it to Brotherhood, just because it really is so different.
It is.
In the presentation.
It is.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
I agree.
The first important thing, them bringing back their mother. I liked how Alchemist presented it way better. Not that I didn't like Brotherhood. That's not what I'm saying at all. But Alchemist just, I don't know. They set up the story so nice. I liked the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
The dog story in Alchemist better.
You talk
About Nina and
Yeah, I did too. Dog, that was one of the craziest moments of anime for me. I was like, oh shit.
Not
Yeah.
ready for this.
That shit got
Oh, for
dark.
sure. When he just got
That shit got dark. That and a few scenes from Tokyo Ghoul is like they're up there on my dark scene list.
definitely just becomes like, yeah. Oh my gosh,
It's like
I'm
whoa.
about to get into an emotional state just thinking about that. Damn.
That's a crazy thing. Alchemist. The difference. The first one is like fan fiction.
Yeah.
And the second one is the manga.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Fan fiction was kind of fire though. It was pretty fire. Like I would recommend it.
It was.
yeah. I would recommend
Yeah,
both.
too.
I think it's dope actually watching both.
But just in general,
I
I would
agree.
definitely say the first one. I would be like, watch the first one as well. Probably even before you watch Brotherhood.
Yeah. I feel definitely. If I could go back and redo it, I would definitely watch Alchemist first and then Brotherhood. But another good thing that I'll say about regular Alchemist is that it really drives home the point of the dangers of experimenting with like alchemy, like science, even almost like in the way they saw science back then.
They took a shit seriously.
There's a lot of like the motif of alchemy in there. I feel like sticks like way fucking harder, and like this is what happens when you mess with human nature in Full Metal Alchemist than it does Brotherhood. Brotherhood, it's like more magical, whereas like I feel like Full Metal Alchemist, it's really like experimental science and like how probably Crusaders saw it like back then and all that shit. Because like the way they mix alchemy in with like the theme of Full Metal Alchemist, I feel like if you actually go back and look at like old English texts and stuff and the way they saw science, they were like, it's fucking witchcraft, don't do it. And like they really drive that home in Full Metal Alchemist. Whereas really Brotherhood,
especially in the playing God,
like bring their mom back. Yeah,
they really drive that home as like that's a no.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's definitely, in my opinion, I think the difference is like Brotherhood's a lot more philosophical, and then the Alchemist takes a lot more of like a realist, like a real world approach. I don't know, a realist approach.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I agree.
I like that style. I like that style.
Yeah, them facts.
It's like,
all right, but yeah, the last one on my list was Steins Gate. I don't know if y'all heard that, but
I haven't watched it.
I've heard of it.
Oh, you haven't seen Steins Gate? Oh, yeah, this shit was when it came out. I feel like Steins Gate like predicted a lot of shit. Like the way that they saw the world digitally at that time when it came out, because it came out like what, mid 2000s, late 2000s. Am I tripping? Yeah, I think like 2009.
Steins
yeah.
Gate?
Yeah, I just looked it up right now. It was like 2009. Like they were.
I thought it was earlier than that.
Yeah, I thought it was like 06 or some shit.
Yeah, too.
Late prime 2000s anime.
Definitely.
Ooh, that was a great time.
Yeah, it was a good time for anime for sure.
That was a great time, boy. Toonami has right.
Damn, yeah. Oh, Toonami was killing it for sure. But yeah, like the way they see time, the way they see the internet, the way that they see people use each other, like the relationships that get built off of like a lot of the concepts and themes like from Steins Gate was crazy. But I feel like it'd be tough to appreciate a lot more like now in 2018 because like so much of the stuff they talk about in Steins Gate happens in reality now. I'm gonna leave it there. Just so, like, if anybody wants to go back and watch it or, like, go through the episodes of the game, you'll see why. It was, like, just really ahead of its time. So I just, like, wanted to shout it out.
I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of, or maybe not a lot, but, like, it was important to you when you were watching it that you were watching
Nostalgia.
It at that time, like, in 2000, or whenever you watched it, 2009 or 2010, whenever you watched it.
Yeah.
It was, that was a key part of watching it, is basically.
Yeah, I think the reason why I made my top 5 list for sure is like the timing in which I watched it and like how it impacted like my bias. Definitely, because the internet in 2009 and like where it is right now, I actually want to go back and rewatch it because I feel like I'll appreciate it a lot more because it just called shit. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely check it out. Apparently, it's been rated pretty like high too, so it's good.
Steins Gate. All right, bet.
But yeah, those were like my top 5. If I had to rank them, I said Dragon Ball was number 1 off the rip. I think I said Code Geass was number 2. I'm still gonna put Rurouni Kenshin number 2 just for nostalgia's sake. Like Rurouni Kenshin, like the character of Rurouni Kenshin has such a like huge impact on my life. So I'll put that at number 2. Code Geass for number 3. Fullmetal Alchemist number 4. Number 5 Steins Gate. Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to be able to rank mine.
And I would have honorary mention to Soul Calibur. Only if it had more of Excalibur. I just want just the Excalibur parts of all of Soul Calibur, the TV show. Just the 3 minutes.
Just an Excalibur
Yeah, just
cut.
him yelling just like, idiot! Like,
give me that cut.
Just literally, if somebody could just get me like an extended cut of Excalibur just saying idiot, that'd be great. Or Baka, like whatever, like if you want to keep it at OG Japanese.
That's my list is literally numbered 1 to 5. I thought you guys were gonna be like, yeah, I numbered mine.
So you got it right. You got it down to the side.
Yeah, Enoch. No, Enoch. Yeah, definitely. Let us know.
All right,
let them things go. Let them things go.
My head always get that thing on me. First, number 1, the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I cried out.
Wait. Go from 5 to 1. Let's build up.
Okay, I like that. All right, let me start out then. Honorable mentions to Gantz. Gantz, it's a manga. They have a movie, which is it was alright, but you definitely read the manga. It's amazing. Naruto, definitely. The first part, I was gonna say just the first part, but the second part is also very important to their character development. And
so you're saying before Shippuden?
So I'm just saying Naruto. The whole. I would have said before Shippuden, but looking at it as a whole, I gotta say the whole thing, because it fills everything out in a really like satisfying way for me. And then those are my 2 honorable mentions. So started off number 5, the same thing you had, Johnny, or not at number 5, but Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is what I have for number 5.
Nice. That was my number 4. I like that.
And the only reason is not the first one is just because, like you guys, like this is definitely off the top, like what I've seen recently. Like if I need to rewatch the first one, if I have to have a concrete opinion on that. Then I want to do my number 4. I don't know if you guys have watched this, but it's like what's the full name? Let me Google the full name. Puella Magi Madoka Magica.
Nah, I ain't seen that.
Madoka Magica. Okay, so
can you say the name again? You don't. How are you gonna put this shit on your list? You don't even know how to pronounce the motherfucker.
I just put Madoka Magica. That's usually what people call it.
It's called Madoka. How do you spell that?
Like a Madoka, and then Magica spells magic, and then A.
I know Puella stands for girl in Latin.
Yeah, so I think the title is Magical Girl.
Damn, this some weeby shit, bruh.
And that's the thing, dude.
I swear to God, I've seen all these girls as waifu pillows, low key. Like I've seen all of them. They're literally like I'm looking at like the prototypes of what you would see on waifu pillows. Like if you were to open up a dictionary and like look up a waifu pillow, you'd be like, oh, these are the bitches.
This is the
That's
one.
hilarious.
That's
hilarious.
Right here.
Yeah, man. The waifu.
Top selling.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The lure of it, the amazingness of it to me is that because I never watched those magical girl things. I just couldn't get into it. But I saw recommendations for this one because it's like a subversion of that kind of whatever, the magical girl genre.
Oh, I think Nate's cut off here for a little bit. Yeah, let's give Nate a second. I think he's having some technical difficulties.
Mahou Shouju Madoka Magica. You gotta watch this though. It's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, for real? This shit's on fire.
Actually, you would love it. I know you personally, like, you would finish it, come back and be like,
Like woke.
I don't even. Yeah, you would be woke.
That's how I felt after Devilmanm Crybaby when you made me watch that shit. I was like, I was so woke, bro. I was so woke. I was more shook from that than I was from watching Get Out. And like Get Out like reverberated in the like ethers of my soul.
Get Out was actual horror.
I know, but bro, Devilmanm Crybaby was worse than that.
What was that, dude? What did it?
Bro, I don't even. It's like a suppressed memory at this point. I'm scared to talk about it. To be honest, I'm just too scared of like looking at myself in the mirror and like my humanity.
Just forget the donkey noises, dude. Forget the donkey noises.
Bro, when they killed Miki, my heart died.
Oh.
I gave up on love. Like I don't think I'll ever be able to marry a woman after that.
Honestly, that was powerful.
Yeah, no, it fucked up my like. It literally, Miki's death like fucked up.
Yeah, it was
my ability to be committed in a relationship because I just don't even want to risk ever feeling that type of heartbreak ever again.
Like I don't ever want to feel like a Devilmanm in that moment, whatever his name was.
I'd rather just be a crybaby. I'd much rather just be a crybaby.
This man was putting his whole heart into everything, and then Miki just, and then her family too. The way they went was, I don't think anime does. Like I really need to analyze why these hit me so hard, because usually they don't hit, like, you know what I mean? Like usually anime deaths are.
Yeah, anime is like the greatest art form in terms of making me feel emotions. Like I can't cry by watching a movie, but I've cried to animes before.
Oh yeah.
Or like I've almost cried to songs, but I have cried to animes. But like you could show me some horrendous real shit like on a TV camera, and I'd be like, oh man, that's so sad. But like Miki's death, I was like, my heart exploded. Like
Not even real, but I'm crying.
I literally stopped for half an hour. I don't know if I messaged you this like in between, but like I stopped for half an hour, and I was like, my apartment was completely off, so there was no lights on, and I just sat there and I just like was alone and I just cried in my apartment for like 15 minutes, dude, dead ass. That shit was like, bro, that show resonated with me. Part of me wanted to put Devilmanm Crybaby on my top 5 because it fucked me up mentally so much, but I was like, I don't even want to visit this topic. Like, I don't even want to put people through that.
It's like a separate thing entirely.
You need to be like psychologically like prepared. Like you need to have like your shit together. You can't have any like parent issues or like any relationship faults. Like you have to come in with such a mentally healthy state to survive that show.
Yo.
Oh, what's good, bro?
We back in here?
Yeah.
Alright, my bad. I missed the last like goddamn 10 minutes. My shit's fucking up.
Oh, it was all good. We were having like little side talks, so.
Where we at? Did I miss anything?
Nah, we was talking about other shows. Nothing crazy.
What else you got, Enoch?
Alright. So
Well, what you had that I missed?
Oh, okay, so yeah, you didn't miss
What
anything.
shows?
We were just talking about Madoka Magica, which is basically
Madoka Magica.
Yeah, so I liked it just because it subverts that genre. Because that genre is all happy-go-lucky girls doing magic and stuff. And this show comes along and it's like, nah, I ain't really having that. So it's on Netflix. I'll definitely recommend watching it if that's your thing, you know. And my third was Dragon Ball. And I'm gonna say here, for me,
Why did you choose Dragon Ball instead of Dragon Ball Z or Super or GT?
Well, yeah. This is the thing, man. I Dragon Ball. I meant it kind of as the whole franchise, with more leaning towards Dragon Ball, but I personally like the whole franchise, even like Super. I love Super. I know it's trash.
You got to choose one though. If you had to choose one,
if I had to choose one, probably Dragon Ball Z. Probably Dragon Ball Z, just because of its, like you were talking about, you know, the impact of it had on my childhood. Like when I watched it, how it introduced me to anime, really, and it just, I don't know. It had a lot. It had what Western cartoons didn't have. And I just didn't. If I had watched Dragon Ball, was, I don't know. Dragon Ball was not really a shonen. You know what I mean? Like, it was not really a gateway thing, in my opinion, to more anime. Dragon Ball is just kind of, it's an amazing anime. But, it's not going to be like, you're just going to be like, oh, wow, this was a really good piece of art that I watched. And you might not necessarily go look for more.
I feel like Dragon Ball, especially Z, was like the pinnacle of mixing like Western comics and like shonen together, like actual real shonen. Like they were the perfect like merge. It was like the best mix. Yeah. And people have been trying to find like that right ratio, and like nobody's been able to do it as good as Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, that's why it's still a GOAT. It's an OG. It's definitely still deserving of its respect. Like, reading shonens now, you still see that Dragon Ball still did it better. It still has the title on in terms of a lot of things, while it has a lot of terrible things as well. The power scaling, the power creep. But yeah, so number 3, Dragon Ball. I had to put that in there just because, as a kid, I was shooting Kamehamehas all over the place, and that was amazing to me. And then number 2, I had Fate Zero. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Fate franchise.
Nah.
I actually just finished watching this like last week.
So what is Fate Zero about?
So basically, the way it's set up is it's basically our world, but then there's mages. Like, people can have the they can know magic. They can learn magic, and so there's there's these 2 organizations. There's the church and the Mages Association, and well, okay, that's not important. What is important? There's a Holy Grail, right? There's a Holy Grail, and there's a Holy Grail War. The Holy Grail War, there's 7 mages, and what happens is the 7 mages each summon their own servant. There's the Saber class, the Archer class, Berserker class, and so on. So if you summon a servant, it could be either in any one of those classes, and it's all it's like heroic spirits. It's like people who've actually lived. So you'll see like Arthur, Pendragon. You'll see like Alexander the Great, but of course they're animified. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang, so you got King Arthur and all that. But they ain't got Excalibur though.
Oh no, they got Excalibur. That's her. Her special move. Arthur's a girl.
But he's not like a trolly ass character like in Soul Calibur.
No, man, this thing is Fate Zero is serious. Oh, okay. It is serious.
Oh shit, it's one of them things.
Yeah, it's like Fullmetal Alchemist in terms of tone, but a little more, but more serious.
Okay.
Like, a lot of the thing, it uses this grand scale and this grand setting, and of the Holy Grail War, to really just talk about characters. It's really driven by dialogue, and that's what I really loved about it, is the characters and how they're written, how they interact, and the servants. It's amazing. I can't describe it. Like, it's amazing. You definitely got to watch that too. That one's on Netflix too. And then, wait, is Nate here?
One. All right, Red Ribbon Army. To you guys, it'll probably just sound like 1 second, but for us, we had a lot of technical difficulties on our side, so we had to cut real quick. I started shit back up. Enoch's still up with his list. let's get right back into it. What you got?
All right, so we left off. Oh shoot. Okay, Mike is.
Yo, Nate. Nate.
Oh, tight difficulties.
Nate, when you edit in the podcast, you're gonna be able to edit all of this out easy.
Yeah, I still want it though.
Yeah. I'll fuck with that.
It's because, yeah, my shit's been, y'all just hearing, I haven't been really here like last 15 minutes. My shit's been fucked up for a lot of different reasons. I kind of missed a lot of Elock's list, but sorry, we can rock with it.
Okay. Shoot, so.
You good, Enoch?
Oh my goodness.
Yo, it sounded like everything you own just fell.
This mic is not wanting to chill. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it for now. So yeah.
Damn, you a real rapper, Bree.
So number 2, I have Fate Zero. I'm sure some of the people listening have at least seen one of the Fate series, but
a lot of people tell me to get in the Fate. That's one thing I haven't seen. It's one of the ones that everybody says that I haven't seen.
Yeah, definitely gotta watch that.
Everybody says it's great.
Fate Zero. I watched Unlimited Blade Works first, and then I watched Fate Zero, and I would probably recommend that order to people, just because Fate Zero is a prequel to Unlimited Blade Works, and it has actual adults as characters instead of like teenagers. So the way it's written is just completely different, more mature, and but still like. It's freaking Arthur. There's Arthur Pendragon, and there's Alexander the Great, and there's Gilgamesh. Like, it's a little ridiculous, you know.
Oh wait, so they have? I don't know too much about it. So they have actual like real niggas in it. It's about shit that actually happened, not actually happened, but real characters.
Yeah, so it's basically our world and our history. Except like our myths and stuff are like part of the history of that world. Like that stuff actually, like Hercules and that happened. Hercules was a real thing, you know. All those things were real. So yeah, they bring in their 7 mages. They fight in a Holy Grail war. They each summon a servant, and that servant is a heroic spirit. So it's someone from the past. It can be someone from the future too, actually, from the past, present, or future. But usually it's from the past, just so because those are people we know, you know. But yes, they bring in real people. They animify them, and they make them fight. But yeah, a lot of it is talking though. Like if you're looking for action, it's not. You're probably gonna be a little disappointed because the action kind of is like it's used as a tool in the story.
It's more about the story.
Yeah,
now.
It's a lot more about the story, and yeah,
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. It blew me away. And then so yeah, Fate Zero, number 2, number 1, my all-time favorite, most amazing thing I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. Tengen.
Made you cry when you finished it?
I cried when I finished it. I cried.
Touched your heart?
I cried multiple times during the first 12 and the second 12 episodes. My heart grew 3 times. Something else grew. You know, but you know, it was like watching Gundam again. When I first saw Gundam, and I was like, this is what life is about.
Yeah, that late 90s, mid 2000s Gundam. Oh my god, that was crazy.
It wasn't too scientific back then. I liked. It was like, okay, we got machines, but this is anime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, yeah, Gurren Lagann took that. It has that spirit.
Oh, okay.
That's my number 1.
Okay.
Gurren Lagann retains that. Oh, I love it, dude. That spirit of just pureness and hope, and
piercing through the heavens.
They killed my nigga off. So, oh my god,
Kamina.
That was
man.
Yeah, they had to do it. You know, looking back, they
did have to do it.
It's pretty crazy that they made it work, but they obviously had.
Yeah.
They had planned to do that. That wasn't like you know, how like a manga or something. That was just an anime that I'd planned, and yeah, man, it's childish, definitely, but a lot of the themes and the philosophies. Okay, I should say the visuals make it seem childish, but a lot of the themes and stuff, like Russo in the second part, when he becomes president and tries to like have Simone killed.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah,
The second half got like adultish a little bit.
Yeah, even the first half, because that was.
The first half did.
Think about where, you know, that place where they got Russo from, with that priest who said only 50 people are allowed.
Oh yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
You know, he was like an asshole, authoritarian, whatever kind of figure. Just he used religion as a tool, and then in the second half, Russo does the same thing because it's like
he becomes him.
Yeah, he basically, if Simone didn't stop him, he would have become that guy that he did not like. You know,
that's crazy.
And yeah, Grand Lagan, man. Everything, the over top, they were throwing universes at each other. Like,
yeah, that was wild. Yo, the end of that show got crazy. That last fight.
The more I think about it, the end got crazy as fuck. The end got wild.
It was ridiculous. They ended it with a punch or something.
Yeah.
But it's just.
I respect that pick.
I got the drill, man. Simone's drill.
You got the drill?
Yeah, he does. It's like a necklace.
In the Mall of America, the anime store.
Oh, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
I gotta get it fixed. It broke. But it's, yeah, man. To me, I guess if I had to say the meaning of the show, is really that the drill will pierce the heaven. Your drill is the drill that will pierce the heavens. That's what that show imparted to me. And that's what it means to me.
Damn.
That's deep.
See, now I feel bad because everybody shit talking about like the shows actually did something to me and was an inspiration for what I feel about whatever. I just like watching shows. Like y'all niggas got deep.
That's fair, yo.
I like it though.
You brought on some real weebs to this fucking podcast, Nate.
Like that. Love that.
I needed this shit in my life.
Shit should be a part of your soul.
Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't even think about
That's
that.
what I'm saying, bro. I'll fuck your wife like she's a waifu.
Oh, sir.
That's a bar.
Ooh.
Man, I'm feeling myself on this otaku shit.
Fuck with my wife.
This otaku shit. Damn. So, like, real quick, go through your 5 again.
Yeah, alright. So, my 5.
Just names.
I'm going to go from 1 to 5. Number 1, Gurren Lagann.
1 to 5.
And then Fate Zero.
Never heard it pronounced Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
How do you guys pronounce it?
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. Alright, yeah. So Gurren Lagann, Fate Zero.
That's even different than what I've heard.
Dragon Ball, Madoka Magica, and then Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. That's my 5.
Okay, Full Metal Alchemist. See, even now I'm still contemplating my 5.
Yeah, no, same.
I'm probably the exact opposite. I'm probably exact opposite of Enoch right now because he had the whole shit listed 1 to 5 and everything. I probably have like 4 shows in my head and stuff. Like I'll think of one in a moment.
This is definitely still definitely just off the top.
A rough
definitely
5.
Off the top. Rough.
Yeah.
Even
rough,
these I might switch some of them, but yeah, if you got a gun to my head.
I would say that my whole list is rough, other than my number 1.
Oh yeah. I guess I would say that as well, actually. My number 1 in Dragon Ball.
Your number 1 in Dragon Ball? Yeah. Alright, bet. Great. I'm starting my number 1. My number 1 all time, which in my opinion, and I think a lot of people know this too, I think the best anime of all time has to be the whole story of Naruto. I think it's one of the best stories of all time.
Interesting.
It's what I think it is. What they did with it, especially because especially what niggas who rode through it, like from episode 1 all the way through Boruto, just the entirety of the story, and really got invested in each character. It's one of the first times, other than what Dragon Ball did with Goku. even I put that with an asterisk too, because like what I said before about Goku's character development having a really hard stop. I think it's one of the first times or most meaningful times that we saw and we actually watched someone get raised. Like we watched Naruto from day one, and like almost every day we had a whole series based off him as a little kid, where nobody really cares about him, and even Korean fans, we didn't want to watch really Naruto's fight. We were there to watch badass Sasuke and Neji and Rock Lee and Gaara. Like we stuck through that phase for a long time. Like we really grew up with Naruto to see him go from that to all the shit in the middle, meeting all types of crazy ass people, to becoming Hokage and becoming one of the strongest ninja, if not the strongest nigga in the world. Like going through the whole shit.
It's not even close.
The story is ridiculously good, especially for anime specifically. It's ridiculously good. Like it's not even the whole thing. It's a story about Naruto, but it's not. It's a whole lot of stories in the middle of that, you get a story of Sasuke, which is crazy, and a story of Itachi, and then the story of Jiraiya meets up with that, and the story of Orochimaru. What the fuck happened to Orochimaru? You get the whole story of all that shit.
Kakashi's crazy. Kakashi's sideline story is wild.
All of their sideline stories are crazy, and then meet up with each other, and then wow, shit happens.
Kakashi's low-key my favorite character off of Naruto. Like
Kakashi's one of my favorite characters in anime.
Yeah, for real, dude. Kakashi's man is a stone cold motherfucker, bro.
Stone cold. Kakashi Hatake is my name on Instagram. That's kind of who I model stuff off of. That's my dude. But I can't go on enough about how great the story of Naruto is.
I just be mad Naruto didn't get none of them Sakura yeeks, bro.
Oh, he had a chance. A very, very, very small 5-second chance.
Yeah, but how you gonna know in that moment, bro? I felt for my brother. Like, I definitely would have missed that shot.
He missed on purpose. He denied it, and I respect it.
I know.
Know your worth. Know your worth, King.
Yes, I'm glad. Actually, it was a curve. It was a bit of a curve, and I'll fuck with that.
No, it was a direct curve. It was a curve.
Yeah.
But, dog, I can't go enough. The story is crazy. It's so much more complex than almost any other story. It's like I said, Dragon Ball was the first time you saw someone like actually grow up from a kid to whatever the legend they are or past that. But Dragon Ball from saga to saga wasn't really thought out from like the beginning. You could tell it was like, all right, we gotta throw something else out there. You could tell from Naruto how long the story is from start to even Boruto. The whole thing was thought out before it started.
There was so much filler though. There was so much filler in Naruto. Otherwise, it probably would have been like a top 3 for me. But if it literally was not for the amount of fucking filler that they put into Naruto, especially when they were trying to wrap it up towards the end and they had like everybody's little dream sequences, I was like, y'all doing way too fucking much.
The end filler is way too much. But even that goes into, even though I don't like the fillers, because it's not, I didn't even get to the main story, you know what I mean? Even the fact that they had fillers to really, really create a whole complete world. Where, like, you really know, like, this isn't a character anymore. This is a whole person. Like, we see all the background shit. A lot of times it's too much for most people, but I like the fact that they did that, you know what I mean?
That's true. That actually is a testament.
Even if the fillers didn't matter that much, like, so, like, hey, shit that doesn't matter also happens. Like, it's a whole other world.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a testament to how fucking deep the character development was for that many characters. It's actually really impressive that Naruto was that well thought out.
It's very impressive. There's so many scenes from Naruto that's, like, it's a pivotal, like I said before about what was the scene in One Punch Man? Yeah, moving right scene in One Punch Man. I was like, that's such a great scene. That's a pivotal scene for me. There's so many scenes like that in Naruto. Starting with the Zabuza shit. That was the first time I was like, I don't know, like that's the first time you saw us. That was the first time you saw one of the incredible stories in Naruto. You saw the ending of it. Like we saw the ending of the story of Zabuza and Haku, or whatever his name is. Like, I was like, oh my god. And then after that, you saw the end of later on after that, you saw the end of like the third Hokage's story and him stealing Orochimaru's arms and shit. Like, from those two scenes on, I was like, oh my god.
Naruto is unsurpassed.
The story is
in terms of
amazing
world building,
and
the characters. In my opinion, you can't touch Naruto characters.
Unsurpassed. You can't.
That's true.
It's consistent.
You really can't.
It's even the people saying, Sasuke, the thing, it doesn't make sense. All the things he did in part 2, it makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes sense. That makes complete sense.
I understand if you don't like it, which is fair, but like saying it doesn't make sense, I think that's you gotta come from a very like you're not in the story if that doesn't make sense to you. You're not.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if the people who said it doesn't make sense didn't really watch the half fillers, which are like kind of background stories. You didn't really get the full aspect of what it was like for Sasuke to grow up in a decently good environment for himself. An older brother loves him and has everything taken from him, everything he's ever known taken from him, and to be alone, like purely alone forever.
And you never
forever until Team 7. Like until Team 7, he was alone.
Forever.
Like Naruto, he was alone in the sense of he didn't have family, and most people hated him in a what's the word, in the village.
Yeah.
But he still ran around with Kiba, Shikamaru, and Choji, and he still had Aruka Sensei and the ramen dude. Like he still had some people he interacted with. Sasuke had nobody.
The craziest thing is Sasuke.
He had Naruto.
Sasuke didn't have anybody to the point. Sasuke didn't know he really didn't have anybody until his brother tricked him into killing him. Think how crazy that is.
Oh,
Like he literally didn't find out.
Yeah, I know.
Like
at that point he didn't even know. It wasn't until really Obito took him aside and was like, "All right, let me tell you what's up, bro."
yeah.
Yo.
Itachi didn't even give him the full scoop at that point. Obito had to pull him to the side and was like, "Nah, my G."
Itachi,
if you think about it, Sasuke's what's up?
I was just saying Itachi. I liked how when he came back with the Edo Tensei
With the reanimation.
I liked how he was like, sorry Sasuke, I messed up big time.
Word.
That was
Word.
a mistake. I really like.
Dog, Sasuke's whole life, he's been since like fucking tuning exams till damn near the end of the 4th Great Ninja War. He's been manipulated by person to person to person. That shit don't make sense.
Yeah, even then.
Why is it so easy to manipulate him?
It was
also like Orochimaru started manipulating him. It's like, all right, I'm gonna get in this nigga's head, met him, whatever.
I liked how he
manipulated him from then to like, what's up?
I liked how he beat Orochimaru. He was like,
He kind of didn't though.
But I'm gonna kill you and take your power. That was hard to me.
But it ended up not being hard because Orochimaru was still using him then.
True.
He wanted that to happen. It wasn't until Itachi sealed him off. It wasn't until Itachi got him off Sasuke that Orochimaru was really done.
That's
as far as Sasuke's.
Okay, yeah.
Like Orochimaru was still manipulating him then. Sasuke thought he was done with it, but Orochimaru, he's 2 steps ahead. And then we learned Itachi's been manipulating him for pretty much his whole life, and until Itachi died. And then immediately after Itachi dies, Obito starts manipulating this nigga. So it's like, damn, man. Sasuke's been jerked around for the longest time since the tuning exams.
But that's
Even
like the whole point of like the Uchiha clan. Sasuke's is such a great representative of his clan too, because if you actually look at the Uchiha clan and like their whole history with all of, like the villages, like they've pretty much been used as like they've been manipulated into being mercenaries. Like society turned them into the mafia because like the mafia was like a need back then, like the same way back when like alcohol was like illegal in the 1920s and 30s, like it led to like the mobs becoming like a necessary, powerful industry within America. Like that's like the same thing that happened with the Uchihas, and like Sasuke ended up just becoming like the fall boy for all of that. But like if you look at the idea of like him literally being manipulated for other people's benefits, like to push their agenda, that's like exactly what the whole Uchiha clan was in a sense.
That's what's happened to Itachi his whole life.
Yeah, and he was just a victim of that, so he took it out on his brother.
That's why he left Naruto in part 1. Because Naruto wasn't trying to compromise with him. Naruto was, in part 1, he wasn't mature enough yet to get through to him. He was just saying, hey, I'm going to beat you up and you're going to come back. And he's like, just take my thoughts and my viewpoints on things. I'm not entertaining your viewpoints. I want to control you, Sasuke. That's how I feel Naruto from part 1. He had to change his mentality before he could actually get through to Sasuke.
Naruto is so great because we watched that whole transformation happen in Naruto's mind. Yeah. We watched him actually mentally grow.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
In a real way. It's unmatched. It's great.
He's an adult now.
I can't go on enough about it.
This man's an actual dad.
What's that?
And he feels like a dad.
Yeah. And he's doing dad shit. He's realizing that dad shit is not what he thought it was when he was younger.
Yeah.
Like he's feeling like he became what he didn't want. He became what he hated in a weird way. It's people who let their kids not have a parent. And he understands it from the standpoint, even though like he's not dead like his dad, but like he understands like shit he definitely wouldn't understand if he was little because he kind of became it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Boruto, yeah, I don't like Boruto because it's not by Kishimoto, but I like Boruto as a concept. I like him as a character, having Naruto having a son, and he still has to learn. You know what I mean? He's still learning. Even when he thinks he's done, he's going.
I love Boruto because we can see all this showed me a lot about like actual real life and everything too. You can see the next generation come, and we can actually see for the first time in our own eyes what old heads really say when they say you don't understand how it was when we were younger. And you understand we wouldn't do it when she was younger. Like we really see it from like it's like nah, you don't understand. You think you nice now, but you don't understand what was going on when Naruto was your age. No. Like you're definitely better than him, but like people are way, way, way more pussy now than they were back then when it was in the middle of third Great Ninja War and we didn't have cell phones and fucking. I understand that now. I can see the difference now without actually growing up myself.
So we had to send birds with scrolls on them.
Word, you don't know where Naruto came from, Boruto. I was like, oh.
Naruto was...
You can't just hop on a train.
That's true, dude. It makes you like actually recognize like a responsibility to the youth every single time I watch Boruto. Because they be doing some wild, ignorant shit on there. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, how have you guys not learned? I was like, oh, yeah, they weren't around for Naruto. Like, yeah, you feel that, like, every other episode. You're like, you fucking kids. And you're like...
It's peace now. They don't got to worry about shit.
Yeah. They weren't around for a war.
Actually, war soldiers. Now they're not really soldiers anymore.
Not at all. Not at all. Like, they don't have to kill.
They're ninja for fun.
Yeah.
They're ninja for fun.
It's like a sport to them now.
Basically. Niggas died in the tuning exams.
Yes, kids died
in the forest. Kids just died. That happened,
and it wasn't even some. Really it was like a majority of them. Like when parents were sending their kids to the tuning exam, they were expecting them to get killed. Like they were not expecting them to make it out and become a tuning. They would hope for that, whole different world. But they expected death.
Yeah. Dog, what he really saw was when the niggas they went on a mission in Boruto to the Hidden Mist. And I remember how the Hidden Mist used to be, like, in the beginning of Naruto. Right. It's like, you not just go into the Hidden Mist. The fucking Blood Mist. Like, that's just not... That's just sweet now. They got balls and shit. But you don't remember what happened when they was your age. That shit, they don't understand.
Y'all just going to the Hidden Mist now? Okay.
Word.
I like the first scene. I like to compare it. When Naruto was... He stole the scroll. Remember that? That guy, the Chunin manipulated him to taking the scroll. And then he's like, all right, I'm about to kill your ass. And Naruto's like, no, let me make 1,000 shadow clones real quick. He's like 11 or 12. Very first thing he ever did.
That's when you knew Naruto actually had the sauce. Because like everything prior to him learning that technique was him getting shat on by society. And then you were like, oh, this kid's actually kind of smart.
He actually learned one of the...
That's why I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. He came from... Look what he came from.
Yeah, that's like all of us in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Young Brown and black men, they don't think we can't do anything. All of a sudden, you give us one scroll. And we eating.
Word. God damn, you saw the whole class grow up too.
Shikamaru was one of my favorites.
Shikamaru's one of my favorite characters on the show too. Love him.
Dude, you guys aren't a fan of Rock Lee?
Dude, Rock Lee's amazing.
Fuck a Rock Lee. I fuck a Rock Lee.
He a thug on the low. Like, he a cornball, but he a thug.
I was so sad.
I fuck a Rock Lee. I fuck a Rock Lee because determination, man. That's another one. That's another pivotal scene in my life. Is fucking Gaara and Rock Lee.
Yes, bro. That thing had me shook.
I was like,
as a young
dog, what?
As a young kid watching that, I was like, Gaara's about to fucking wipe the floor with this guy. No competition. And then Rock Lee was just like, when his dad was hyping him too, I was like, man, I ain't never.
When he dropped them weights.
Oh, when
he dropped the weights, and Gaara
like Goku off of Dragon Ball. I was like, they did not just bring this whole thing back.
Everything about it was fucking great, even to the ending of it when Gaara like just crushed him, and I was like, oh shit. And then Rock Lee's in hospital. Was like, yeah, this nigga's never gonna fight again. I was like, oh shit. Because I knew the determination Rock Lee had and everything. It was like, oh my god, I feel that. Like, he's worked his whole life for this.
Yeah.
And so it was like, you really feel that because you saw all that beginning stuff. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
That was one of the saddest.
No other show does it like that.
My guy was crying. Oh my god. Picasso was like, yeah.
Yo, what?
That was. That's what I like. Naruto. I don't know how he does it. In part 1, in part 2, in my opinion, in part 2, it changed a little bit. But in part 1, he really had the focus on characters like down. He made you care about like damn near he made you care about every single one of them. I cared about basically all the Konoha 12 except I kind of like Tamari. You know, she throws weapons. She was alright, you know. But
wait, Tamari or Tintin?
Or Tenten, sorry, Tenten.
I thought Tintin was the only. I did Tintin wrong. Tintin was the only one in that whole class where they just like we don't care about her. Like they never like really delved deep into Tintin like the rest of them.
Not at all. They
delved deep in the rest of them.
And she was kind of cool.
Like,
I wanted to know more about her.
Every single other one, it was Tintin, and then I think second least they jumped into was maybe like Ino. Yeah. But they still kind of win. So you know,
they had her and Sakura and that whole thing in the past.
Yeah, and her dad.
Yeah,
they had shit with her dad and everything. Like you get a little bit around everybody except for Tintin.
That was She was a sacrificial pawn.
I thought that was weird.
Tintin had to make the sacrifice for us to get all these other character moments.
I'll take it. I thought they'd have to do more than that because they really did make you care about everyone. I was about to cry when fucking now I forget his name. Asuna died. I was like, oh shit. That's a moment for me too. That was a moment when it was on a roof.
That was
crazy. And Shikamaru had his lighter. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, when he had the lighter, that fucked me up. Like at the funeral too. I was like, oh man.
I was like, yo, that's a moment for me. Asuna had the baddest bitch in the entire show to me. Dog, what? Yeah. I was so in love with her.
He was Wolverine, bro.
I found out Austin was on that. I was like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, I was hyped when I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, that's my nigga.
Yeah, I was like, he came into the cut. I was like, yo, this dude. You look back at his character, and you were like, damn, he really had game the whole time. We just weren't hip to it.
He was hard. I think that's probably one of the first niggas I saw that actually like it's a stereotype, not stereotype, but I don't know what you call it, the character of like, of this the cool nigga that smokes cigarettes. But he's the first nigga I saw that really made smoking cigarettes look cool. Like that shit looked done to me until Asuna.
Yeah, because
I was like, that's.
He was like, I don't do this. I know it's not good for me. That was one small aspect of it that I liked. He was definitely you kept it real. Everything.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Kept it real.
When Naruto came for advice, he gave him advice about the chakra because it had the same wind chakra nature or whatever. Kept it real.
Yeah.
It was like, everything he did. Shikamaru came through with the revenge team. One of the most amazing.
True. Love that. Shikamaru's my guy.
Shikamaru.
That's my guy.
Shikamaru, bro.
That Shiki Ino Cho stuff, that's not a joke.
There's a reason he's right hand man to the Hokage. There's a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I am looking forward to in Boruto, if there's anything, is well, first of all, the new I don't like this new Team 7, but it's whatever. That whole team's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. And I'm interested to see what to do with Sadara, with Sasuke and Sakura's daughter, and her. She's probably gonna become Hokage, and just seeing what they go with that, because she looks like she's gonna be hard. All three of them do.
She looks like she's the best one. Like the best. Like she will probably end up being Hokage for sure.
I think she's gonna end up Hokage. Yeah, her determination, everything is like I love it. And then Mitsuki, what they're gonna do with him, because he's fucking great now too. Right. He's the best right now. With him in Sage mode and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Sage mode. That's crazy. The progression of Sage mode is crazy.
Oh, not only mention Sage mode. I'm over here talking about all the Naruto deaths that hurt me. It's fucking Jiraiya, man.
Oh, damn.
The story of Jiraiya is my favorite.
His death is actually beautiful. Yeah.
He had by far the most beautiful death. And the worst death, which I am still mad about, they did this to an OG, to a member of the original 12. is the fucking death they gave Neji. I am upset about that.
Oh, damn, yeah, he kind of did get screwed.
Dog, Neji died in the most pointless way ever, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, Naruto could just dodge that shit. Like, he's died in the most pointless way, and then they said, oh, shit, Neji's dead.
Sometimes you
Moved on.
Sometimes you gotta take
Moved on.
Yeah.
Dog, but it's Neji. He's part of the original class. Austin got a whole, like, 5 episodes. And Jiraiya got this whole, like, beautiful shit.
That's true.
Neji died, it's like, alright, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he's a henchman or some shit. I'm so mad. In a way, like a few scenes after that, or a few episodes after that, Shikaku and Inuichi died, and they treated that like they actually gave them a little moment.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
that was really.
But they didn't. That was the moment for two. That was, but they didn't give Neji a moment or nothing.
It seemed like the editors were like, okay, you got to kill one of the 12 off. He's like,
Yeah, I feel
it
definitely felt like
that.
that.
They didn't really plan to, but they didn't really plan to. Just threw it in there.
yeah, that's what it felt like. I don't know if that's what it was.
It was just like, oh, it's the ending. Somebody's got to feel the drama, kill somebody. That happens everywhere.
See,
It was weird.
I feel like, because if there's one part of Naruto that I think could have been a little better, it's the ending of Shippuden. The whole ending battle scenes. It seemed like,
Definitely.
It seemed really.
It was rushed.
seemed really thrown together. It seemed really thrown together to me because like through a whole like final fight, there was like 8 different main bad niggas. It was like, and they kept switching with each other. Like it's at first it's Obito reveals himself. It's like, all right, I'm Obito. I'm the main bad nigga. What's up? Ten Tails awake. Oh shit! Fight that nigga for like 30 seconds. Da 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 da. Oh shit! Madara's here. He's the main nigga now. Go fight him. And then Kaguya. And then Huda like they kept switching around. And then you give like. It got a little confused. It kind of it got a little into it. I don't really know what's going on anymore.
The thing was dumb. It was dumb. It didn't. It made sense in my opinion.
They threw too much into a small little moment.
Because they had Madara. He was the last villain. I don't care what anyone says. He was supposed to be the last villain. I don't understand why he wasn't.
Madara definitely, and he was supposed to be like ahead of Akatsuki, right?
Yeah, he was controlling
When did Kaguya get there?
Akatsuki. He was controlling Obito, who was pretending to be him. And since the beginning,
Makes sense.
Part 1, Madara
rocking with it.
They've been dropping his name and all the things he's doing. And he's the one with the plans for the tent, all these things. And then they're about to fight him, and then Black Zetsu comes out of nowhere. And it's like, okay, JK, it's Kaguya. It's like,
that's how it felt like. It was like, surprise!
Naruto, all of
where the
was alive.
They spent the entire like last half of Shippuden building up Madara. Where the hell? When did Kaguya get here?
They really threw Kaguya at the very end.
They just threw her in. They threw her in maybe to kind of sort of set up what's going on in Boruto, because Boruto now is in the Kaguya's clan.
Yeah,
but it's like, I don't know.
She was thrown in, and it shows. What pissed me off was just when Black Zetsu was like,
"Oh shit,
yeah, I controlled ninja history, every single thing."
Yeah, I control ninja history.
What the fuck just happened?
Why am I reading this? Why, like, okay. So you got technical tropes.
That's what it's looking like. Damn, did we even get into Nate's top 5?
We still on number 1.
1 second. Coming in here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know why, but it stopped going through my. Come on. Say something?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why is it doing this? Say something again?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with this?
Can you hear us?
It's not coming through my... Yeah, I can hear you through my actual computer, not my headphones. It just stopped going through my headphones.
That's crazy.
Hold up. Keep the recording going, but I might have to hang up and join the show again.
Okay. Briss, it's 10:44. It's pretty late. I'm old.
It's 11:44. What are you talking about?
I mean, for you.
Oh yeah, that is late, man.
There we go. Now we here.
Yo.
What's going on with you?
We just, Johnny's getting
all
right, man. 2 to 5. What you got?
Whoo, that was only the first one.
Yep.
All right, Chief. Like I said before, I was solid on number 1. Going off the cuff for the rest of it. So It's probably gonna change in the next like 30 minutes. But for now, I'm not putting them in any order. The next up, which I think really now we're kind of getting more into just my style of anime. It's what I personally really fuck with. Is one of my favorites in the Samurai Champloo.
Oh.
That's one I thought.
Samurai Champloo was about to make it, bro. I knew I snubbed that one. Because I was debating if I wanted to put that, Cowboy Bebop, on. And those were like two I felt like I snubbed for sure.
See, that's Cowboy. I'm glad you said Cowboy Bebop because that's still... It's along the same style. And it's kind of like... Samurai Champloo, you can tell in a way, kind of came off of Cowboy Bebop.
It was a director.
Style-wise.
Because they were all like one-episode movies. It was like a series of movies. Like that's why I fuck with Bebop and Samurai Champloo so much. It's like every episode is a movie.
Bebop's more a series of movies than I'd say Champloo is.
That's true.
But yeah, you're right.
Didn't have the opportunity as much opportunity as Bebop, but.
And oh my gosh, yo, the music is Samurai Champloo.
Nujabe.
Favorite soundtrack.
Rest in peace. Like one of the greatest DJs of all time.
Love Nujabe's. Favorite soundtrack.
Without a doubt.
But just going into it's the style that I love. Love everything about it. I love the tone it took us in. I love the fight sequences, straight samurai shit, no bullshit. It's straight. I'm gonna cut the fuck out you. It could be a 2-second fight. It could be a fucking 15-minute fight. That's how shit really is. And like, you really got the sense of like what it's like being like a wandering Ronin. In the times where like niggas can come up with the plays whenever. It's just a whole different time. And to see like, to me, Samurai Champloo was kind of a story of what happens when two of some of the best sword fighters in the world from two totally different backgrounds meet each other and go on a small like whatever 3-month journey, whatever long it is, journey with each other, and it's what happens when that happens. And that's just crazy to me. It's amazing to me. I think if there's one bad thing that I could take from it is I didn't like or fully understand. I'm sure there's something I missed. Even though I saw it like 9 times, about the ending of it. With when it seemed like Mugen fought the 3 brothers. The one crazy nigga killed him on a boat. The other nigga who's the older brother and killed him, and then the old dude in the wheelchair who apparently is there from Mugen's fault from whatever happened outside the show. Blew up and supposedly killed Mugen with it too. They set up like Mugen was dead there. And then at the same time, Gene fought that assassin that was following him the whole time and did some type of move. Where like he's gonna sacrifice himself to kill him to save whatever. I forgot what it.
He was like
actually I forgot
killing them both.
Circumstances were around it. Was he saving somebody?
He
killed them both, but what was it for? I forgot.
I don't think he was saving anyone. I think he was he knew he was gonna lose, so he was like, this is my last resort to kill myself. But yeah. I'll get him too. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I'm sure just from the whole tone of what happened with Samurai Champloo before that, it's like I'm sure there's some underlying thing that I'm missing, but they just kind of just woke up and they were still alive, and then it's went to separate ways, or whatever, and never like. Even though eventually they got her back to the Sunshine War, Samurai or whatever, they never had that fight or anything like that. They just went to separate ways, or whatever. I'm definitely sure I missed up the ending. But if I'm not, I don't really understand it. I think 2 better ways for it to end was, one, have them both die and the setup how they set it up for them to die, the rest of it, or 2, have them actually live and then fight each other after they leave the girl and kill each other. Yeah. It kind of left a weird ending to me. I don't know.
I think I liked how it ended. I didn't love it, but I liked how it ended just because it seemed appropriate to me that they part ways after their journey. Because at the end of the day, this was all just a journey. That's how it started. That's what every episode was, a little adventure.
Love that.
And between the 3 characters, they all grew. Them fighting at the end, I could have seen like a little playful fight or something, but if they fought seriously, I don't know, that would have been weird to me, just because of the tone of all the other episodes. The dynamics between Jin and Mugen.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I think
the girl,
Okay.
I feel like they would have felt like they were betraying her or something if they tried to actually kill each other. But I don't know. I'm
See, I think them even caring about that would go against kind of their own characters and what's going on with them. Like
okay. Yeah.
the type of shit they do and see every day. That doesn't
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of correspond with them necessarily caring about Ren's feelings more than they showed or in the show.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at them leaving their journey and leaving each other and going on with the rest of their lives. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at how they kind of just jumped from setting it up as if they really did die there, and then it's like they lived. No explanation really.
Oh,
I thought that was. I thought that was. But again, I'm sure I'm missing something. I'm sure like there's something there that I'm missing that kind of puts that shit together. I'm saying that hasn't been put together for me yet.
I don't know. I feel like that ending kind of fits both of their characters, though, as like samurai, like because both of them are really focused, or at least one of them was definitely focused on just being a ronin. Like it's almost like when you learned about like samurai culture.
I would say
like,
they both were.
yeah, they're kind of like slaves to their.
I would say they both were.
Their journey was on the road, though. You know what I mean? Like, and this girl was the first time that both of them had ever had an obligation to something bigger than themselves. Like the Ronin is about like being like a lone tiger almost, like so they just wanted to get back to their journey because it's like that's the life they chose. It's like a thug life.
I'm not mad at that. I'm with you on that. I'm happy with that ending. All I'm saying is they could have set up that ending better in that last episode. I'm saying the last episode progressed after just setting up a whole different ending.
That's true.
And they threw in a different ending at the end without explanation between the two.
I was gonna say maybe if you think about it, like so it's a very episodic. I don't know how you pronounce it. Every episode is its own thing, type of anime. I guess.
Yeah, like Johnny was saying.
Think about it, like I'm thinking about okay, yeah, it had that end where they died, which was really heartfelt and amazing, and I loved it. I thought it was appropriate. And
I thought it was too.
But then like you said, they just come back and then they go their separate ways, and it's kind of like wait, what? Like you're saying, I guess. But if I'm thinking, just it fits with the format of the show. It's just like okay, now they got their next adventure. Because at the end of the day, I don't know. It was never Shinra Shampoo was never that serious. To me personally, it's serious, but it was never like I always felt like they were gonna go on another adventure. Like I feel like they're probably gonna meet each other again sometime, maybe down the future.
Oh, so you kind of took a different idea. I thought it was very serious. Not very, very. They still joked around every once in a while because that's the kind of the personalities. But I thought the underlying thing was kind of very serious, especially when they got into Mugen's past. Yeah, actually, and Jean's past. The more they got into it, I was like, okay, this is kind of dark a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
But theory, and I keep in mind I don't want this theory to be true because I don't like it for Samurai Shampoo, but I can see how it can kind of be thrown in there. And I've seen it before. Is that both of them, if not just Mugen, are actually some kind of immortal? Because I don't remember if you remember earlier. It was an episode specifically to go more in Mugen's past where he met the girl that he was with and her brother from the island that they came from.
Oh, that was like the one love story in the whole show.
Which is kind of crazy. I don't even know if it was a love story. I love that it wasn't a love story, actually. No, the one love story was the story with Jean.
Yeah, I was mixing them up.
That's the love story.
Yeah.
The one,
you're right.
The one with Mugen.
Yeah, no, that boy a dog.
I fucking love Mugen, first of all. But there's a scene in there where he's doing a job with the other nigga from his island, and they're hijacking his boat. He double crosses him, blows up the boat with Mugen on it, and Mugen washes up on her, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" Like the girl, I forgot her name, and the main girl and everything saw the ship blow up, saw the Mugen was on it, and said, "Oh shit, Mugen's probably dead." And then Mugen washes up ashore in like a fishnet and shit, and he's like, "Nah, I don't know how, but I'm alive." And like that shit seems to happen. I forgot. There's definitely other instances too that I don't really remember. That where like some shit happened and then definitely should have been dead, and they just like woke up. Specifically Mugen. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of saying the theory can kind of put out there that like maybe they don't know it yet, but they can't die, and they're wandering, just trying to find something that can kill them. I don't like that for the show. I hope that's not true because I don't like the direction for what type of show it is. But I'm saying that there's a little bit of legs to that theory.
Yeah, I can see that. That's not like crazy. I can see
and for that explaining the ending.
Yeah, I can understand.
We're like, oh shit, we just woke up again. Don't know how, but I am.
Yeah.
Let me go figure this shit out.
Time to go do more Ronin stuff.
Oh, actually, I remember the first time. It was in the same episode when they went into Mugen's actual past, and how they went through the scene of the last time they saw Mugen was when they chased him to the cliff and they had guns on him and shit. And Mugen was like, "If I'm gonna go out, it's not the same words he said, but if I'm gonna go out, it's not gonna be y'all. It's gonna be my own hand, whatever." And he jumps off the cliff, a high ass cliff, and falls down the water. Somehow, just lives. That's the first time. So maybe, and like, there's definitely a theme there of specifically Mugen getting in situations where any human should be dead, and he just wakes up the next day.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, I didn't think much of it, but there's definitely a lot of times Mugen, I felt like it was pointing like, okay, he's gonna die, and then he doesn't.
Yeah, to the point you just thought he was never gonna die. Or, like, would never even get hit.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying the thoughts out there, like, maybe they don't know it yet, but they actually are immortal.
It felt like that for the last couple of episodes before it really got in to the finale.
Maybe it was all a dream and they died. And they're in the afterworld.
Dog, that theory exists for every single show in the world. Name one show, any show at all. I guarantee the theory exists in that. They're all died and they're really in blah blah blah. And I was like, there's not one show that they don't say that shit about. Literally not one. They can say that about Family Feud. I guarantee that theory's out there.
Died and he's dreaming. He's on the
I'm like, all right, man. I'm only 2 deep. Let me see about my third one. Oh, okay. I don't know. This might not even really be in my top 5, but it is for now. I don't know. For me specifically, I like either shows, not either, because I like them all. I turn towards shows that have more my style, which is like Samurai Champloo, or stories where like it really tells a full, complete story. Like the pinnacle of that I said before is Naruto, where like there's a lot moving around, and seeing that shit connect and actually paint a picture for a whole world I think that's amazing, and I always appreciate that. And one show that I think most people don't really know about that has that is a show called Berserk.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
I've seen a couple of episodes.
I wanted to put it, but I was like,
I heard the action sequences in Berserk are absolutely amazing, though. That's what the
action. It depends. Berserk's as an anime is hard to get it's hard to get a whole picture because it's scattered around so much. Like it started as like a 19. But if you're gonna keep up the whole thing, you should read the manga. But like the anime started with some stuff in like the 90s, and then like people started redoing some arcs in different animations throughout here and there, and like some like the Golden Age arc is mostly through movies, and like it's kind of scattered around a lot, so it's kind of hard to follow as if you just looking to watch the whole anime. But if you can figure out a way to get the entire story together, it's amazing to me. It's dark as fuck. It's one of the darkest animes I've seen, but it's amazing. I recommend if you're gonna start with the Golden Age arc movies. Which I think is the best animation. I think it's kind of the most recent ones. And where the animation is crazy, the fight sequences are ridiculous, and it's like the huge turning point in the whole story is in the Golden Arc series.
Yeah.
So I definitely start with that, but it's crazy.
It's crazy. The Golden, that's where the story really like started. That's what, because it started with him and his armor, like, all right, I'm about to kill demons, and showed us how he got there.
I'm a wondering.
And then, to me, I would say watch those movies. Don't watch the new Berserk, because they made a new one. It's 3D, and it's terrible, and it's awful. Like, I'm not just saying that. It is literally...
Berserk's so scattered, man.
Terrible.
first I have a hard time finding certain pieces of Berserk or whatever, and I don't know who does it. They're different, animation wise.
I wish they had a
and
studio.
mostly
one studio did a consistent.
Yeah, and they really do. Because to be honest, I got most of the story from just looking around and seeing other niggas actually really explain what's going on in the entire world, and realize, oh shit, this story is fucking crazy from start to finish. Like, I would also say that the Golden Age arc is really the start of Berserk until I looked more into it and realized, oh shit, this goes way back. Like, it goes back before Guts and Griffith with just the Skull King and the story of him and everything. But even the stories of Guts and Griffith really go back to literally their births. Like, I just found out kind of recently what happened with Guts's actual birth and everything after that. Like, he was born while his mom was hung from a tree, and he from people like rampaging his village and killing everybody and everything. And he was picked up by them and abused and fucking shit on and raped and shit, all that shit for the first few years of his life until he killed the old dude and ran away. And he's in the middle of the speakeasy ass world. Everybody's fucking crazy and you gotta deal blah blah blah. And this is the reason why he's so hard now. He's hard. He's hard from start to finish, and that kind of goes until I figure out later from the spirits and everything that he's struggling. That could be a good word for Gus, because from birth to the day he dies, he's struggling, man. He's fighting 24/7. Yeah. Never gets to really be happy or anything like that. Especially after fucking dog. Another one. This is another one that goes into my bank of pivotal scenes for me is the fucking eclipse, man.
The eclipse.
Yo, cause my first time watching through the Golden Age arc, I was like, and the eclipse happened, I was like, oh shit. That's the first time I really like verbally said, oh shit.
Yeah,
wild.
The eclipse, describing the impact of first. I don't even want to say, Johnny, you haven't like seen or read it at all, have you?
Nah, not yet, but it's been like a decade. It's literally my brother told me to watch this when I was like 13.
Read it.
Please read it.
Yeah, read it. He told me to read it. Like, don't watch it because they were only on their like first season of some version of Berserk. So I gotta read the manga.
If there's any that I would say watch the Golden Age arc movies.
Yeah, you go. Yeah,
they're on Netflix. You can watch that. You can watch that first if you want to, even before you read the manga, because like I'm not gonna get in. We can't talk about the clips anymore because I really just wanted just to see the whole thing play out. But yo,
it was beautiful.
Beautiful is a word. Beautiful is a word.
Okay, let me say it was beautiful.
I don't know if specifically that.
In terms of the character motivations and not like the action, because we know what
It's physically,
but
beautiful might be the last word I say.
Yeah, but
physically,
the way what happened to whoever, what he did. The way and why and Gus and it was unsurpassed, legendary.
The more I think about it, okay, I'm trying to figure out a way to have this conversation without stepping on any toes or anything like that, because I really want everybody that's listening to us to go back and watch it with clear ears. But do you think? All right, let me ask this. I thought about it for a while, and do you think if you were in Griffith's position, you would do the same thing?
If I was
in Griffith's,
if I'm him,
if you lived out his entire life from whenever he's a little kid and saw the castle and was like, I'm gonna get that, work this whole life, blah 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 blah, like that's gonna happen. That's just gonna happen. It's just destined for it to happen. I'm gonna reach that. That's gonna happen, and then have yada 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 happen to you, and you're in a position of the eclipse. Would you do the same thing?
Yeah. If I was him,
I would.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
And that's
because what's the alternative? Live out the rest of your life the way you are now?
Yeah, it's terrible to admit, but he did what he did his thing.
I hated him for a while. And it was like, you know what? I probably would have done the same thing.
It's not like he hadn't already done crazy things. It's just this was a different type of crazy thing.
Well, Well, he knew from the very beginning this was gonna happen. Well, not this specifically, but something along these lines would happen. Yeah. And but if you look at literally his choices, is to live out the rest of his life the way he is now, or die sometime soon, which, let's be honest, is probably gonna happen. And at the other hand, reach your wildest dreams and beyond. Beyond his wildest dreams, actually, because his dream was the castle. His dream was to own the kingdom. Yeah. Beyond that, like that was. I think 99 people out of 100 is doing the same thing Griffith does. Never, as crazy as it is.
As crazy as it is, it's like even thinking about the numbers. I know that's terrible to put numbers on things. It made sense. Like he had already had an army. He had already his soldiers. A lot of them had died.
Oh, a lot.
He had done, things that have like this in terms of just like this wasn't. He did something specifically that was really terrible. I think you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But like just the actual thing, the overarching event, that it really, in his mind, I guess, from his mind, like it's a no-brainer. It's like, come on, guys.
Oh, it's a no-brainer. That's what the Kingsmen, when they were talking to him, then they hit on it. It was like, hey, this body count that you had, it doesn't start with this. Like, your whole life, you've been killing. Your whole goal, your dream has been the cause of thousands of deaths. Thousands of deaths on your side, tens of thousands, even more on whoever's in the way of you in your dream side. Like, your body count started way, 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 way before this. And once that got in his head, then it's like, okay, well, I have to finish it. You have to finish it at this point.
Yes.
Otherwise, what did everybody else that happened in between your dream, what did their deaths even mean at this point? Like, I'm this far, I have to finish it. That makes sense. I would probably do the same thing. Griffith's still a piece of shit.
He's still a piece of shit.
Griffith's still a piece of shit. But, that being said, I would do the same thing, Griffith. I get it.
Berserk is deep. It's deep.
It's deep, and it is dark. Man. It's probably top two. I'd say it's top 2 darkest anime I've seen. It's dark. Yeah.
It pulls it off.
Especially, oh man, Guts' life is just terrible, man.
I cried at points. I really did.
Dog, it is the only moment that we ever see him actually like, all right, chill and kind of sort of get a taste of what a regular life is, a regular happy life is like literally the 4.5 minutes that him and Casca were alone together in the woods before they were jumped, and his nigga became the legend that he is and killed 100 motherfuckers in the middle of the woods by himself. That's one of the hardest scenes of all time. I love that's another scene. That's another pivotal scene for me. That's a huge scene for me, bro. I was like, oh shit, 100. Just a slide, die. He had fucking arrows going through his hand. He couldn't swing that big ass fucking sword with 2 hands. His arm was all useless. This thing was all cut up and shit. Slaughtering people. Slaughtering.
He was like, 17 or something? 18? Or I don't know.
Something like that.
Still young.
His people came to find him, and it's all like, oh shit. There are mad bodies everywhere. At least 100 bodies. Where the fuck is Guts? Look to the right. Guts chilling, posted up on a tree.
Oh, take so long.
Woo! Hard body. But back to my point, that's the only time you really see like a glimpse of Guts. What would it be like if Guts lived the actual regular life? It's when he was fucking Casca in the woods.
Yeah, I guess.
And then immediately, not immediately, because there was a good amount of time in between. But then like not that long after that, the eclipse happens, and I think how do I say what I say? The eclipse happens, and what happened with yada 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 and Casca happens during the eclipse. Yeah. And Guts is getting his arm fucked up, his eye fucked up, and he has the mark now. He has to go through that. Everybody, I gotta stop talking. But he has to deal with what he has to deal with after the eclipse now for the rest of his life, pretty much, which is dog, if the first half of his life wasn't hard enough,
and now he has to use this armor that tears his body apart. Literally, he's tearing his body apart every time he uses it.
dog, why can't this nigga catch a break? There's never been one character I could think of that can't catch a break more than, like, least than Guts. I don't even know if I word that right, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Guts can't catch a break, bro. Even his armor is eating this nigga. No, never mind the shit he has to deal with outside.
Yeah,
of it. Oh, shit.
But he's actually fighting. Oh my god.
Word.
It's crazy. Guts is,
I don't know.
like, the spirit
On the deepest,
of humans to me.
Why would you?
He's
Okay, but why would you? Realistically, why would you want to continue living if you're Guts?
why?
The one time where he has something to live for is while he was with the Band of the Hawk.
Mm,
That's the first time. That's the first time he's ever had anything to live for. Actually, he was alone until then.
yeah.
Which, again, going back to the Sasuke and Naruto shit, I don't think people realize how fucking traumatizing it is to live the adolescent and teen part of your life completely alone.
Yeah.
That shit will fuck your mind up. But, like, he was alone until the Band of Hawk. He had something to kind of live for and fight for. Griffith's dream, yada yada yada.
I think
What happens. He has to deal with a lot more now. He's never happy.
a lot of it was that
Yeah, what's up?
she's still alive, you know,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
has to do something about, whatever happened.
I almost hate. I mean, I don't hate that because that's why the story progresses. And it's a great story, but I almost a side of me is like, man, if she wasn't alive, this shit would be a lot easier for him to just like check out. Because I hate seeing Guts go through all this, man. I do.
I hate it. At the same time, I'm like,
He's tortured.
I'm like, I don't want this man to stop. At this point, all he
Yeah.
knows is killing and fighting, and
Literally all knows.
it's like I feel like he can do it though. I feel like he can reach what he's trying to get. Take this nigga down. Take the whole Godhand down. If just cause
Woo,
I don't know.
That would be so hard.
He's like I don't know, man.
Struggler.
He's the hardest anime character
Struggler.
to me. Hardest. And
Yeah.
like
I can say that.
not in an unrelatable way at all. Really. It's unrelatable in terms of the events.
Opposite. I think in a really like as far as like realistically like from like you feel like what he's going through, and you really really understand how hard this nigga is
Yeah.
because of how realistic. Not realistic because it's demons and shit, but like how realistic they made the show.
Yeah. The writing and everything is. The mangaka is a genius, man. He's a genius. The manga is beautiful. Anime is beautiful.
I love it.
Oh.
Also, what I love what they did was with Berserk was, like I said, beginning. Griffith's dream was just the castle and the king, owning the kingdom and everything.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like how they spent a huge amount of the story, almost all of the Golden Age arc, just living in the world of people and like dealing with the war against what's his face, Tudor, and being mercenaries and fighting for different factions and shit like that, and fighting people, and realizing, oh shit, there's a whole other world that has nothing to do with this shit.
Yeah.
And then throwing that shit in there and seeing what's going on with that, it's like and you get a glimpse of it a little bit when Guts and Griffith fight Zod the first time. It's like, whoa, hold up, we didn't see anything like this yet. Like it's kind of threw it in there first, like, whoa, I didn't realize this is even a part of the story until you realize this is the story.
Yeah. He built up to that in a really nice way. And
Another moment.
Yeah, but
What's
you
up?
go ahead. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Another moment. I think Berserk actually has a few of them. I could talk about the pivotal moments for me. Was fucking when I not first, because the whole story I knew Guts was that nigga. But what I was really like, oh shit, Guts is that nigga, was when after, aside from the 100-man slaying, whatever, was his fight with what's his name, General Bosco. the nigga, like the leader of the Purple Rhinos, black dude.
The big guy.
Big black, not the big guy at the beginning. He's a big black dude. Has like a big ass axe.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
They fought like when General Bosco fought for the same dude who used to have Griffith in his sex ring.
Oh,
the old dude. That's just crazy too.
That. Yeah, I remember this dude. I just looked him up.
Yeah, General Bosco.
Yeah, I see the face.
That fight was hard, man. Cause I'm not gonna lie, General Bosco was hard. Like 3 random niggas came up, like, and he was like, "Nah, you can't come fuck with us." One swipe, swoop. Half their bodies are flying in the air. He's like, I was like, oh shit, General Bosco's hard. And then Guts like lost his horse and shit. Bosco's still on the horse fighting. Guts obviously has the upper hand. That nigga Guts throws a flag, Duskus in the air. Comes out with that shit and cuts both the niggas' heads off. I was like, oh shit, oh my god. It hit a primal part of me.
Oh man, I don't even remember that fight. But that sound. Yes.
Look at that fight. Look that shit back up, Roy. This shit is hard.
Yeah, I need to rewatch. Read whatever that. Yeah,
it's hard.
He had a lot of good fight against just during that part. Yeah, he had a lot of good moments.
Yeah. That old nigga I was talking about kind of goes back to how layered the background of Griffith is and how fucking determined Griffith is towards his dream. Was the old nigga that I forgot his name that General Bosco was working for that wanted to talk to Griffith at the end.
I don't know.
Was before when the Vanderhawk was kind of first happening and everything, and Griffith was even younger. It was like he traded himself to the general, or whatever he was at that point, because the general was all into like the nigga was a mad pedophile and had like 10-year-old boys and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then Griffith sold himself to him as a sex slave for funds and rations for his army. I was like, God damn! Like there are people who are determined for their dream, whatever, but that's a whole different level of like.
And then there's Griffith.
That's a whole different level to sell yourself as a sex slave to an old dude.
Yeah.
When you're like, he was like 14, 13. Just for funds and rations for your army.
Griffith's.
I was like, shoo, he
sharp.
And for him to go through all that shit, all that determination to reach his dream, and then for that shit to get halted the way it did,
God.
Is heartbreaking to me. It was heartbreaking to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a scene, a character. No, man, Griffith. If that had been the end of his arc, he probably would have been the most tragic character of all time.
Yeah, that would be up there. That would be up there.
It's crazy because, man. I don't want to talk about the specifics of it.
It all changed in one day too. He lost the guts and then banged that one joint out, and then poof.
He did that shit to his own self.
But the Berserk Golden Age specifically that's one you have to go back and watch a few times afterwards, knowing what happens, and you see you missed so much. Like knowing what happens afterwards, knowing the whole thing, and then watching it again, you realize, oh, they've been talking about this a lot more than I thought throughout the thing. I just didn't realize it because I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, you got the context.
Because like watching it again, you realize what General Assad said to Berserk to Guts before he left and everything. After you saw that Griffith had the Bailet, and them talking about the Bailet too. You realize, oh shit, he foreshadowed the whole thing. Like he recognized what that was. Recognized, okay, that means this man's gonna become a Kingsman. And then realize, okay, he knows what's gonna happen. He sees, okay, I understand what Griffith's doing now with the Band of Hawk and everything like that. It's like, hey, Guts, when his ambition crumbles, watch him. And his ambition crumbled, and shit happened. I was like, oh man, it's just crazy.
I bet there's a lot of that. I need to actually go back and check that stuff out.
There is a lot of that, and like I think it was they were explaining the story of the Kingsman at first, as if it was a tale that isn't true, whatever. Like fucking like talking about Zeus or some shit. Not to say Zeus isn't true. If you believe in that, hey, I don't know that he's not true, but you know what I mean. Like they're talking as if it's a tale, and like they talked about Skull Knight come back as Skull Knight being a ruler he was, and then turning bad, and then saying like, hey, and then God sent 4 angels down to kill him, and I think Judah was like, I thought it was 5 or some shit like that, which is like, I didn't realize now, but like that's a huge foreshadow. I was like, oh damn. First of all, the 4 angels that God sent down ended up being the Kingsmen, which did not come from God. They came from the exact opposite. B. And it was like, damn, they just foreshadowed the fuck out of the fifth Kingsman, which didn't happen at the time. But like, I didn't catch that until now. But yeah, man, I'm not sure. What number am I at? I think that's 3.
Yeah, you got 2 more left.
Damn, dog, I'm going on forever about this shit. But, alright. This is when it gets a little tricky, because I didn't fully think out what comes after Berserk. But, for my 4th one, this isn't in order either, besides Naruto. But for the 4th one, I'm going back to shit that really just, like, fits my style. It fits my style heavy, too. Almost heavy as Shamar Champloo. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but if not, watch it tonight. After this is it's one of the little like one of those little 24 episode animes called Gangsta. You heard that, John?
Shoot, sorry about that. I have to mute real quick. What? So, did you go to the next one?
Yeah.
Which did you say the next one?
Yeah, I would say the next one. It more fits my style. On the same lines as Samurai. It's not the same lines as Samurai Champloo, I wouldn't say that. But it fits my style as much as Samurai Champloo was. If not, just a little less than that. And it's like a 24 episode type of anime, one of them little jaunts called Gangsta. Love it. If you haven't seen it, watch it tonight. Gangsta, Gangsta. Love it. It probably has my second favorite soundtrack other than Samurai Champloo.
I never heard of this.
I could probably give like a. Oh, I love it.
Yo, what's it about?
A lot of people haven't. It's about. All right, how do I? Okay, it's about I'm glad you said that because I do want to have a sleeper segment in here too. For a sleeper podcast. Just has everybody just think of, if you can't just think of it now, something that most people don't really.
I definitely get it.
Probably wouldn't know about that you could throw out there. It doesn't have to be the best one out there. The best one, but something that's entertaining or whatever you think you should be a sleeper podcast people should check out. Yeah, and I would put Gangsta on there too if it's not in my top 5 right now. But Gangsta is about. All right, how do I explain this? Gangsta is about 2 men. It's about 2 men who. Shit, how do I describe this? Who live in kind of a crime-ridden place. And fucking. Damn, how do I fucking explain this? They're mercenaries in a way. They're mercenaries. And one of them is this thing called a tag. And tags are people who, whenever they realize, probably like when they're children or whenever, they have a very, very, very heightened, they have almost, I wouldn't say superpowers because they don't have fucking like laser beams and shit like that. But they can do shit that just people just can't do. They're way stronger than people. They're way more athletic than people. They can kill way easier than people can.
Like Captain America, or even stronger.
Definitely stronger than Captain America. What? I'm trying to think what a good analogy is. I don't know, but the tags are ranked. And their ranks are like on their dog tags for like how strong they are and how much of a whatever. And one of the main niggas, he's deaf because if you're a tag, you lost something. You have to give something something lose. You lose something.
That sounds hard already.
Just to exist as a tag, and they only live like maybe like I think they live like 30 years or something like that.
That sounds hard.
But it's hard. It's hard. I'm not doing it justice right now. It is hard.
I like
It really is. It's kind of it's dark. It's dark-ish. I like a darker side, more like kind of realist shit.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
And it's definitely that. That's more my style. And it is that, but it's beautiful in a lot of ways too. I'm not sure if it actually. I have no idea if it's done or not. The way it ended didn't really make sense. It didn't really end. I don't know if it's one of shits like I don't know when. I can't pinpoint exactly when anime started doing seasons. I don't like that. Like the first time I started realizing, like, oh, this shit's coming out in seasons is I think Attack on Titan, and then started realizing a lot more are coming out in seasons now. But I don't know if there's another season coming or what's going on with that. But I don't know. But definitely watch it out, Gangsta. Gangsta.
Yeah, I got this pulled on, man.
It's great.
I gotta check this out.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's great.
Like something I would love. Oh my god.
Is that all of them?
No, that's 4. Right? Yeah, this is when shit.
Alright.
For Gangsta?
Yeah, these character designs, I'm loving it.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Huh. Alright. 5th one. Not sure what to do with this one. Huh. 5th one might be. I might just go 4 with 3 honorable mentions. Or, I'm saying 3. I don't have 3 names in mind. I'm saying I'll probably have about 3 honorable mentions. So I'm just going to throw honorable mentions out here instead of a 5th pick.
Nah, you gotta pick a 5th one.
I gotta pick a 5th one?
Gun to your head. You gotta pick one.
Gun to my head. Gotta pick one.
Yeah.
I will probably say. Keep in mind, I'm just making shit up right now.
Word.
So this might not be my real 5th one.
Yeah,
but for now, I'm going to say Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blood Orphans.
Oh, I've heard that's amazing. I haven't seen it.
It's amazing. You haven't seen it? It's not the most recent. I think it's 2 more recent ones than that. But Iron Blood Orphans, to me, is my favorite out of all. First of all, like I said before about like people building a long story where shit's like happened. Mobile Suit Gundam has built a whole fucking century. That's I love what they did. What they did is crazy.
Mobile Suit
with like this, with the Gundam shit. It's wild how they have like a lot of different series, but put together. Each series just kind of hits a different like point in time where a Gundam suit is found, and then the story with that. But one series might be fucking 200 years after this, or 50 years before this, or like that might be fucking 600 years before this, and there's a whole timeline of. I think they're almost close to 100 Mobile Suit Gundam shows. They're like it's like in the 70s as far as like the number of series they have.
Are some of them are a lot of them in the same continuity? Or are they all in the same continuity?
I think they're all in the same continuity, but different times. Just points of time.
Okay, that's crazy.
If my understanding is right.
I mean, yeah.
And it talks like Mobile Suit Gundam. Iron Blood Orphans is a bit in the future, and they talk about like how, because the main character gets a Gundam. Gets a Gundam suit, and they talk about how like the Gundam series came from an older war from centuries ago, and this is a relic from that, or whatever. And I'm sure I haven't seen all of them because I'm one person, and one person. I don't think it's physically possible for one person to see all of them. I don't think that's possible.
There's a lot.
So I haven't seen, but I'm sure that they're referring to an actual series that went through the actual war of like where the Gundams were probably part of it. And I was like, it's crazy. But Iron Blood Orphans, I recommend it.
Right.
I love it. To me, it's my favorite story out of the Gundams. But again, I haven't seen anywhere close to all of them.
Oh, have you seen which one was it? 00? Mobile Suit Gundam?
No, I haven't. I've heard great things about that though.
Oh, okay. I love that. I saw that, and I didn't have
heard great things about
huge expectations, but it blew me away. I had to watch that.
Yeah.
I got work tomorrow, so I probably got to log off now, but you guys can keep going. I'm going to send you the audio to this like right now.
Bet.
All right, cool.
Bet. We can finish stuff off.
Yeah. You two can finish it off. All right. I'll see y'all later.
Easy. Salute Red Ribbon Army General.
You already know. All right, peace.
All right, peace. But All right, I gotta get off a few. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I should have had Johnny give a sleeper.
You want to?
That's all right. We'll get it later.
Yeah.
But just a few honorable mentions. I see a few. Only have one of mine right now, but I know I'm probably gonna have another one too. My first honorable mention. I think it gets way more slack than it deserves. Like people hate on it a decent amount. Is One Piece.
Oh.
And I get it. I get why One Piece gets hate. I understand it because it gets really silly at times. And actually, overall, it's always something silly going on, which I get it. I get how people can be like a little turned off by that. But if you just stick with the main story and everything, it really is great.
One Piece is amazing. I hated the anime when I first was exposed to it. Just
really, I loved it from the beginning.
Oh, see,
when the first anime I watched,
it was just I don't know. The aesthetic was weird and the amount of episodes was a lot, and I was just like, the first impression I had of it was, I guess, like kind of like what you were saying, kind of silly, kind of cartoonish.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people could turn off on that.
But then people kept recommending it. Yeah, they kept recommending. I was like, okay, I'll check out the manga. So I read the manga. It became my favorite. My favorite.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know, Jony or whatever. One of them.
Because the Luffy is just Luffy's a great character. He does not stop. You can't stop Luffy. You really can't. All of his boss fights are, first of all, One Piece does a great job of making their fights really matter. Yeah. Like their big fights, you really feel like, okay, this shit. There's a lot in the line with this fight.
Yeah.
With all the boss fights, really, there's a lot in the line. They really feel like, okay, you really have to cheer for this nigga, and you really like. I found myself at the end, like, of almost every fight, I found myself actually cheering for Luffy. It's like actually like physically, like, yeah, let's fucking go. It's like because this shit matters, and it does. They make a good job of like, damn, he's always kind of an underdog. Niggas are, it's crazy. And with One Piece, another one. They have another one of my pivotal moments in One Piece, which is probably top. I'm gonna say top 3, which is high.
Ooh,
top
high.
Top 3 deaths in anime.
Oh, I got you.
It's fucking Ace. Ooh. That shit was, first of all, the whole thing with what's the island called? The main naval island where everybody was there. White people was there, and fucking there's an execution to Ace. What was it?
Was it Enies Lobby or was that Marine?
No, it's not Enies Lobby. Marine 4. Enies Lobby was when they fought fucking Lucci and they got, I forgot who they got from. They got Frankie from, not Frankie.
They got
got Robin back from it. They got Robin back from Enies Lobby. Yeah, but Marine 4. Whoo! That whole string of episodes was hard. And like the moment where the Ace and Akiiji were about to fight, I was like, oh, that shit got so hard. The music stopped. I forgot what Akiiji said, and the Ace was like turned. He has back toward him. You saw the flame start in his fist. You saw like Luffy's like, no, we got you free. We got to go. Don't do it. And Ace is like, I have to do it, and turns around and. That shit was so hard, and then Luffy, like, I forgot what Luffy did. Luffy said something. Luffy tried to go get that little piece of paper that kept saying that told him if Ace was alive or not, and wasn't paying attention. Akiiji tried to kill Luffy. Ace jumped in front of that shit. Luffy turns around, big ass fist through Ace's chest. Oh, that shit was hard. You felt Luffy's heart drop. Fucking his jaw was like dropped. Luffy looked unrecognizable. Like, you'd never seen Luffy like that ever. Like, that's just crazy.
He used the same cartoonish style he uses, but it was actually real, though. It was like, oh.
Yeah, you really saw. I'd never seen pain on someone's face in anime more than that, actually.
He was broken.
Like, you saw, it's like, oh my, you could see he's broken. Yeah. But also, the whole scene in Marine 4, actually, ooh. Ace's death might be top 3 most, just, I don't know. I don't know what the word for it is. The most...
There's a lot going on around that.
One of the most impactful deaths in the anime. But fucking not too long after that, Whitebeard had probably the hardest death of all time.
Oh,
hard. This nigga died standing up strong with all types of like cannon fire and sword marks and everything all on his front. Back was clean because he never turns his back on nobody. Nobody. If you go hit me, you go. I'm facing you. That shit is hard. He was dead and he was standing up. I was like, this is the hardest nigga of all time. This gotta be the hardest nigga of all time.
Oh man, Whitebeard, and he was on
one of the hardest of all time.
Oh, he was like sick.
Ooh. Oh yeah,
this was sick.
Oh yeah, his own man's dog. Okay. I got. Actually, One Piece might just because of all this. One Piece might have to take that 5 spot from Mobile Suit Gundam. But fucking, when you saw how many fucking pirates, we're talking about pirates here, niggas who like. They don't go by no rules. They don't go by none of that shit. They don't give a fuck. How many pirates actually revered Whitebeard? Like they like when Whitebeard showed up there, and like there's all types of different pirate crews there. There's almost hundreds of pirate crews there, and they revered Whitebeard. They respected the hell out of him, and it really made an impact on how crazy it was that one of them stabbed him in the back. That's the only time he ever got hit in the back. No, what's in the back? I think it might have been in the front.
I think it was the front.
I think it was a front, and he stabbed him, and then like immediately after he realized, oh shit, yo, I stabbed Whitebeard, like I respect the hell of him, and then like he saw him, and he broke down. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, like it's Whitebeard, bro, and like Whitebeard really meant something to everybody, to hard niggas like Ace and fucking what's the old dude's name? Dude, same level as Ace and Whitebeard's thing. He's like a phoenix. Ace is the phoenix.
Are you talking about
Marco?
Yeah,
Marco was his name, and like they were. Hard niggas like them respect the fucking Whitebeard. The Navy respected Whitebeard actually. It's
that too. It was white. He felt like Oda really made it Whitebeard feel like how he should have, as you know, he was like a counterpart to Rod. Who was the guy that died with the One Piece? Roger D.
Gold Roger.
Gold Roger, yeah.
Gold D.
He
Roger
felt like he was apart from that era. Like he had that weight on him. He had that heftiness.
Yeah, he had that weight.
He commanded the respect of without even words.
Everybody,
with no words, really.
Nothing. Just his presence.
Yeah.
Hard.
He hugged. He hugged that guy who stabbed him in the front.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, come here, son."
Which the story of One Piece is great.
Oh yeah.
They have too much. It has too much silly shit though. It does have too much silly shit.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one thing.
That's the one thing. It goes a little too far with silly shit, especially when they spend their whole. See, that's this when I get turned off a little bit. Is when they spend a whole like. I won't call it sagas, like mini saga, wherever they do with they get in some island and there's a one main bad guy. It's not long enough to be a saga, but it's definitely long enough to be like a thing.
Like, you know,
and they spend that. Sometimes they spend that in a whole island of silly. It was like, oh, I can't really get too attached to this.
There's no really progression or anything like that.
But man, there's another moment. It's in One Piece. Is when Usopp tried to quit the crew.
Oh.
And then came back and actually, I cried. Actually, I cried then. The first time when Usopp quit the crew, and then Luffy and Usopp had to fight, and then they were yelling at each other, and it was real. It was real, and you could feel like, damn, they love each other, but they're actually going into each other, and they both have great points.
Yeah.
And they just had to fight about it, and Usopp stood up and knowing like he's bitch ass Usopp fighting Luffy, fighting indestructible, all powerful Luffy. Like, he knows, like, yo, I'm going to get murdered. And he set up, and he actually fought, and he put up a good fight. Like, I respected it.
100%.
That was a great moment for, that's the moment, because nobody respected Usopp before then. Nobody on the crew respected Usopp before then. He got respect off that shit, bro. They almost left him, too. I was like, oh, man. That was a moment.
Like you were saying, the crew. I feel like that was really his like. All right, this is he's not jokes anymore. But before he was
it's not jokes anymore.
He wasn't like Nami or Zoro or Sanji, who had all come from. Like, we all know how they came there. It was hard, or their backstories and stuff, how they got there. Usopp's backstory was sad too, you know, but he was jokes. So that moment, that was definitely like, However, it was a really good character moment for Usopp.
It was great for Usopp.
And Luffy too as a captain.
This is what attached me to One Piece even in the very beginning when I was a little kid just watching it. The same thing that attached me there is still my favorite character in there. One of my favorite characters in anime is Zoro. Zoro to me is almost the epitome of loyalty. Like Zoro is by far the most loyal character in the whole show. By far the most loyal character in the crew. Like he is ride or die. Whatever Luffy says, that's where I'm going now. Everybody else eventually they fall in line with Luffy too, whatever. But like they're gonna question it a little bit. Zoro doesn't question shit. It was like, nope, that's my captain. I'm going there and I'm fucking hard.
They've all wavered,
and it's
except Zoro.
No wait, Zoro's never. They're all wavering except Zoro. All of them have.
It's not to take away.
Zoro was the first to go join the crew.
Oh yeah, he wasn't he?
It was
him
first.
Zoro and then Sanji, or was it Zoro?
It was him. It was Sanji was later. It was it's kind of murky because some people joined the crew and then like left for a second and then they got him back. Like Nami and Robin both did that. Yeah. But like first it's that nigga who's at the Navy. I forgot his name. Nigga with the purple hair.
Kobe? No.
Kobe. I think it was Kobe. Something like that. And he was kind of whatever. And Luffy and Kobe went to the island where Zoro was being held by the Navy. And Luffy saved Zoro from there. Luffy saved Zoro from there. Just like Zoro's like, alright, I'm riding with this nigga. and he does. Who is next? I want to say Usopp. No, Nami was next. That's what it was. Nami was next. No. Damn, I don't remember. It was either Nami or Usopp. No, Nami was next. Nami was next, and then they picked up Usopp, and then Nami left because Nami just wanted to steal from them niggas. And then left, and then it had Nami's arc on her island, which to me was the first moment where I was like, oh, this is hard. Was when Luffy fought Arlong, and then one that's like, did we see some fights before? Like fight whatever that cat nigga was on the Usopp's island, and fight that whatever nigga he needed to fight to Zoro, and that was cool. But him and Arlong was the first like hard fight where it's like, oh shit, Arlong is kind of that nigga. How's Luffy gonna beat him?
That to me was
that shit was kind of crazy.
Like the start of the legend of Monkey D. Luffy. That fight with Arlong.
Yeah, it was the start. It was the start of the legend. Before it was like he's beating up random niggas, and Arlong was like, oh shit, this guy beat Arlong.
Yeah,
Captain the Fishman and Pirates.
This random ass.
It was like, oh shit. Yeah, and then I think they went and picked up Sanji. And then I forgot who was after that.
Got Chopper, I think. After that.
Chopper.
Yeah, and then they got
Chopper.
And then
Robin.
I wonder if did she.
And then they got
Frankie. Or did they get?
No, Robin left. Robin left while they were in the Frankie saga.
Okay.
I think Robin got taken during that whole shit, and then they got Frankie, and they went to Annie's lobby and really got Robin to like emotionally join the team.
Yeah, she was like, I want to be in the crew.
Oh wait, hold up! I forgot. I completely forgot. Robin was one of the main bad guys.
She was bad guy?
Yeah, she was directly under Crocodile. Which Crocodile was the one when Crocodile was a hard fight too, because the Crocodile he had the whole system of hard niggas under him, and Robin was the second in command to that.
Okay.
And she jumped on to use Luffy, and then Annie's lobby shit happened. Then she actually joined and shit like that. And then they got to Frankie and Brock. We were just like, I don't know what to think about them.
Yeah,
they're kind of silly.
I like Brock. Or what's it?
What's
his name?
I like both of them too.
Skeleton.
Brock.
Yeah, Brock.
I like both of them too, but just looking at, like physically looking at him, it's like, oh, you're kind of silly. You're a skeleton with an afro that sings, and you're a half robot thing.
Frank.
Like it took me a little bit to roll with Chopper. Now y'all pushing it. Like, you got me to roll choppers. Like, oh, we can get these niggas on anything.
Hey.
Throw in a skeleton and a robot in a Hawaiian shirt.
A robot man wearing a thong. Yes.
The word. And I'm even more a bitch because I'm still rolling.
Hell yeah, still rolling. I'm waiting for the next one, man.
Yeah, no bullshit. Who next?
Zoro.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Ask me. I love One Piece. I'm gonna back it up.
I say, yeah, Zoro.
Even though I understand why people don't like it.
Even before I actually watched it, I was like, this guy specifically seems
hard.
Amazing. Seems hard as fuck.
Oh, a moment for Zoro when he had his little. He had a real moment for himself where you saw like, oh, this was. It kind of changed his outlook on a lot of things. Was when they first fought. Whatever, I think he's one of the warlords like Crocodile used to be. He was I forgot his name. Big,
I know what you're talking about.
kind of Sega looking nigga.
With the bubbles.
Fucking was it Bubbles?
Was it?
Wait, did he have Bubbles? No. Ooh, wait, yes. I think wait, no. You know what I'm talking about, I think. But the nigga with the bubbles came after what happened with Zoro. But it came directly after Luffy fought the nigga. It was a warlord dude, and he would take over. Did he take over people's bodies? What was it? He would make niggas zombies.
Oh, that kind of Halloween arc where they.
Yeah, Halloween arc shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I know you're talking.
And
about
the main bad guy, and then they fought and shit, and then like I forgot what happened to the rest of the team. The rest of the team was out, and Luffy barely won. And then Luffy, I think, passed out afterwards because Luffy was torn the fuck up. Not even torn the fuck up. He didn't look as fucked up as he was. But you learn later when all of them are passed out. Luffy's passed out too. And then what's that nigga's name?
I cannot.
The nigga who I don't know what happened with him yet because I'm not far enough to know. But that they replaced him with a bunch of robots of him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? The nigga who made all of them disappear and shit like that.
Bartholomew Kuma.
Bartholomew Kuma. He came afterwards. Yeah. He was like, he's talking to Zoro because Zoro's the only one still standing. And it was like, oh, because he came to take Luffy, I think.
It was something.
And Zoro was like, nah. Zoro was like, Zoro's kind of beaten up. He was like, nah, you got to go through me first, whatever. They're not going to really fight because Bartholomew probably would have killed Zoro.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, you know what? I forgot. Actually, I don't know enough to tell us right. I'm probably wrong. He was like, you know what? I can manifest the amount of pain that Luffy felt in this fight right here into this bubble. And if you touch this bubble, you'll feel all of that shit. And if you do, I'll bounce. And then Zoro does. And then you realize how much shit Luffy's been going through. Like, Zoro thought he was hurt before until he like actually felt what Luffy's been going through and realized like, oh shit, that's a whole different level of pain than I've been like I didn't know Luffy was holding this. And you can see that really changed Zoro a lot.
Yeah, that was.
And the fact that nobody in the crew found out he ever did that either.
Sanji, except
like the
for
crew would have been done. Like, the crew would have been done right there.
Sanji
found that out?
Yeah, because Sanji was like he saw him. He's like, what happened? And Zoro was just surrounded by blood. And he's like, nothing. And they both just kind of understood in that moment, like.
Ooh, that's big. That's big in the dynamic between Sanji and Zoro.
Yeah, it was
because for the longest time they've had their rivalry, and that's like a real moment. Was like, oh shit, Zoro did something that Sanji hasn't really done. Zoro really like sacrificed himself in a way.
And Sanji respected that. Mad respected that. Understood what that meant.
They really from the 2-year break they all took after the shit happened to Marineford. It was like, you know what, go train for 2 years. We'll meet back. And they did. They met back, and they're all stronger and changed and shit. That shit, even I noticed after that, the Sanji and Zoro shit, that shit really ramped up. Like, the niggas actually really don't really like each other no more. They realized before I thought the shit was playful. It was like, nah, these niggas really don't like each other.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I didn't know Sanji saw that. That gives Zoro a leg up. Even though I think he already had a leg up. He's stronger than Sanji, but they've both been seen as niggas who fuck shit up.
Oh yeah, they're the top three, the big three. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. I'm keeping up with the dubbed, so I haven't seen like what happens past what's happening now. But they said that Jinbei is gonna
gonna join soon. If Jinbe comes in, he's probably above Sanji.
wait.
Not Sanji, Zoro.
Yeah, Jinbe.
He's probably right there with Luffy actually.
Yeah, he's definitely he's up there. He's definitely up there, if not above Zoro.
But I don't know, man. I talked myself into putting One Piece up in number 5. Actually, they're not ranked, but in my top 5 instead of honorable mention now.
That's how One Piece goes, man. I was thinking about
That's
it
how
too,
shit
but
goes.
now actually talking about it, like One Piece and Naruto. Yeah.
Ooh, Naruto is fucking great. Naruto is great.
It is
Even like that, their fights are fucking great.
amazing.
It's like it's story is incredible.
That's what I love.
That's the main thing. The story is incredible and the fights are great. And like this shit's fucking everything about this shit's epic. The whole story is there's so many stories of legends in Naruto.
Yeah, it's
so many stories, legends, and
you feel
just inside the story of Naruto.
Like you
feel all of them.
You don't just feel like it's a name, like you actually feel the weight of that legend.
Yeah, you do all of them.
I
don't know how they did that because there's so many, but they did it great. You feel all of them.
I remember even like the 13 Swordsmen of the Mist. We only saw them when in the war when they were brought back to the life. Even then, I don't think we saw all
even
of them,
fucking. No,
like,
I think we saw like 4 of them or something like that.
Hard.
4,
all that. Like,
fucking. Even Kakashi's dad. Like I don't think I ever even saw him fight, but I knew he was that nigga. I was like, you don't fuck with the White Fang or whatever. What's his name? White Fang.
I think it was the White Fang.
White something. Yeah, I was like, no, he's hard. If he asked me why, I was like, hold up, I don't know why. I don't think I ever actually saw him fight, but he's hard.
Nah, I don't think they actually. It was
but man, there's just so many stories and legends in there. Even Shisui.
Oh, she's
like a story where Shisui Itachi, because Shisui was above Itachi.
Yeah, he was.
In the Uchiha. It was like, yes.
That was he's one of my
the
favorite
whole story
characters.
of all that shit. Danzo, and so what happens with everything, the transition from but Danzo is kind of necessary. That's crazy. It is fuck Danzo, but like, if you see the scene after Danzo dies and the 2 other elders, which like they're talking about like how like they're the last ones left of their age because Danzo's dead and the 3rd Hokage is dead, and they talked about like because they had kind of a good head and the shoulders of, and they talked about like how like Danzo was kind of a necessary evil because like he really with this Anbu shit, even though how corrupted it was, it was needed in this crazy ass time.
Yeah,
that shit was. It was war everywhere. Every nation. It was war.
I guess he's kind of a necessary evil. It's just sometimes he took it too far and caused conflict and caused turmoil. Most of the time, anything, and like
I think most of the time he did.
I guess most of the time, a lot of like this man he took it too far, but. A lot of the things, it's like the CIA and stuff. I'm sure they do terrible things I don't know about, but it's what keeps us safe. I don't know.
It's hard to judge the actions of, because that's kind of why I think Boruto. It's not possible for Boruto to be as good as Naruto because of the times it's in.
Yeah.
Because Boruto's in time of peace, where like you're not gonna understand Danzo and the Anbu Black Ops in that time. It was a whole different world before. Like it was dangerous everywhere before.
Even like the Akatsuki
like
wouldn't fit in Boruto. I don't think. It's because they were like.
Wait, you said even who?
The Akatsuki. I feel like it.
Why am I blanking on Akatsuki?
The Itachi Pain.
Akatsuki.
Yeah, Akatsuki.
Yeah, got you. Woo, they were terrorists, boy.
Real life terrorists.
They were terrorists.
I love how they showed up. Tachi and,
they shook.
That man just showed.
They shook everything.
They just showed up that one time early on. He basically disabled Kakashi for like a day.
Oh, yeah. When that's the first time Sasuke saw Itachi. You talking about back then?
Yeah, like back then. Yeah. And then Sasuke saw Itachi. They fought. Broke his arm, whatever.
That was hard. That was a hard scene. Just so many hard scenes in Naruto.
It was amazing.
The Kashi just it's a smallish band of just rogue ninja, and they shook everything up. They pretty much caused the peace treaty of the Five Nations. Like they the nations would still be fighting each other. If it wasn't for a common enemy.
Obito was the one. He's like, yeah, I'm declaring war on you niggas.
Yo, that's one of the hardest. That's the pivotal moment for me too. Is Obito and Sasuke fucking crashing the Kage Summit.
Yeah,
that's a moment for me. That's like, oh shit. You talk about little Sasuke, like the nigga I saw grow up. So me seeing him growing up is a huge thing. Like he grew up like he fucking crashed the way he came in that shit too. He came in, sliced all of the nation's little flags and shit like that. Came in and said, all right, what's up?
Who died first?
In the middle of all the Kage.
Oh my god.
Stared at Danzo, was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. In the middle of the Kage.
Big dick energy, man. Oh.
That's real big dick energy.
Who's the Black Okage? I know he's not called Okage.
The Ray Kage.
Yeah, Ray Kage.
The Ray Kage. That shit was hard. He first fought the Mitsukage for like a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And Obito saved him a lot in that little strip.
Yeah, he did.
Because Obito came in and saved him from the Mitsukage. Not the Mitsukage, the Titsukage. Because Titsukage came in and fucking the old nigga did that crazy ass jutsu which was Joe Sasuke.
Yeah.
Came in that second and grabbed him up. Put a nigga on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I'm gonna take this nigga for now. He's gonna come right back and come up y'all up out there, heal him real quick. Healed him. He came back and fought Kage. That nigga's arm chopped off.
Man, I don't even.
Obito said nothing after that.
I don't even.
Because the whole shit came down.
Sasuke is too hard for that. Even if I know he definitely had assistance, but he was. Ooh, right.
I think Sasuke went from like a streak. Even like one this is probably 24 hours from him. He crashed the 5 Kage Summit, fought the Mitsukage, the Titsukage, the Ray Kage, back to back.
Yeah.
Danzo, who was a Hokage,
Killed him.
Right after all of them, killed him. Literally right after that, fought Kakashi, Naruto.
And then I think Obito took.
Was there something else?
I think him and
Obito stopped. Obito stopped that. But I was like, damn, like
how did he do that?
Dog. Well, hold up. Think about. Oh shit. Think about in that span, he fought all Kage. Like he fought.
Oh shoot.
Every single person he fought 3 Hokages, Danzo, Kakashi, and Naruto. The Mitsukage, the Ray Kage, and the Titsukage. That's 7 right there within like an hour, pretty much.
I would say
Sasuke's kind of hard.
He put up a decent fight. It totally.
He took damage in each fight too.
Yeah.
It's like sure.
At the end, he was.
And still.
Literally, he had used his eyes so much, even though he just got it. He was like blind. He was going blind.
He was. Yeah, he took Itachi's eyes right after that.
He just went that hard. Like that's supposed to take like years to happen.
Still kind of young too.
Yeah, super young.
Fucking crazy. We have gone way too long though. That's cool. Sleepers. You got your podcast in mind?
What's up?
Wait, hold up. For people listening, we're gonna do a segment in the episodes. If you guys have seen the Joe Budden podcast, which I still don't like that name, I'm still rocking with. I'll name this podcast later, but whatever. At the end of the podcast, each person puts up a sleeper song, a song just you think niggas haven't really heard, or most people haven't heard it's not getting attention that you feel like it deserves. You just want to put it out there. We're gonna do the same thing with anime.
Alright,
let's see where this goes. You got one in mind?
Oh, I gotta think for a second. You got one?
I can go first. Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead.
The first sleeper I want to get out there. Damn, I wish you got Johnny in this too. We can. I don't know, maybe spice in his later or some shit like that. The first one I want to put out there is an anime called Golden Boy. And Golden Boy is... How the fuck do I explain Golden Boy? Golden Boy has maybe 7 or 8 episodes. It's short. It's old-ish, and I love that it is for what it is. And it follows a nigga who just rides his bike, just travels along, and travels from like town to town, and when he's in each town, he just tries to get some job wherever it's at, just to pay for his stay there. And the entire time, the entire show is basically him doing that while trying to get some pussy. Or actually not even trying to get some pussy. And each place he goes to, he finds someone there who is easily. Each person can easily be the most beautiful woman on the planet. And you once you watch it, you'll see it was like, oh shit, and then the rest of it's like, oh shit, I want to fuck this person. And seeing a nigga who has way too much testosterone, and I don't say testosterone mean like he's like a manly nigga, like I want to do manly shit, like I want to be physical and break shit like that. I mean testosterone is like I want to fuck, like he has like that whatever level that's called, that level for him is on 1,000. And that shit, it's just great. And him going through and like he's the type of nigga. He's kind of goofy. And like each person definitely rejects him at first, and then they realize like, oh shit, this guy's kind of amazing. And then like you just have to see it. You have to see it. It's not taken seriously at all. Really, it's just more like there's no action or anything like that. It's not even like it's not a sophisticated story. It's just watch it. It's entertaining.
I've seen a couple
Recommend
clips of this before. Okay, it's good.
Golden Boy.
It's good. I definitely gotta watch this then.
Not a big investment. Only a few episodes.
Yeah, it looks funny as heck from what I've seen.
But you'll thank me if you watch it.
Okay,
I guarantee that.
Golden Boy. That's a good ass one. Gangsta Golden Boy. But
Gangsta Golden Boy. Definitely watch both of them.
Freaking my sleeper. I can't think of any anime like with episodes, but there's this anime short. It's called Dead Leaves. It's by the guys.
I've heard of Dead Leaves.
Yeah, it's the guys.
Why have I heard Dead Leaves?
It's the studio who did Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. It's by those guys.
Gurren Lagann, I didn't know. Well, I knew, but I didn't know for sure that Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill was made in the same studio. But I did know. Yeah. Watching it, he's like, this is Kill la Kill. Yeah. You can tell like everything about it. It's like, obviously the same niggas made this.
I think it's I think Trigger made Dead Leaves. Some guys from Trigger, but it's a little short film. It's a little older, but the aesthetic on it is like Kill la Kill. It's like all their works ramped up to like 1,000. The comedy and humor, it's like adult. So it's like everything is just up 1,000, and it's hilarious. It's funny. It got action, beautiful animation. It's got cool characters, amazing character designs. One of the character designs I think was probably one they used for Fully Cooley. But
Fully Cooley's one I have to get into too.
Yeah. I was gonna say Fully Cooley's, but yeah, Dead Leaves. This one's not a huge investment either. It's just a little anime short. Definitely would recommend that one. I love it. Has not left my mind since I saw it.
Bet. I got Johnny left early in the podcast, but I got his sleeper in here. I can't explain it because I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard great things about it, and it's one called Devilmanm Crybaby.
Yep.
You seen it?
Yep. I told this nigga check it out on Netflix.
You trying to do a little synopsis just to cover for Johnny?
Yeah, real quick. It's on Netflix. It's 12 episodes I think. But oh man, Devilmanm Crybaby.
Devilmanm Crybaby.
It's I'm trying to think what it's a real religious overtones, like
really?
It's got actual like devils and like God is in it. Is a thing who does stuff, and like Satan is also an actual being, but it's not. But the way they use it is not how you would expect it at all. And and it's a story about humans, and but basically devils come back. They come back to the human world and it just cause chaos. Chaos happens, and this guy is turned into a devil, but he's actually retains his sanity. So he goes around and tries to save people. He's a devil.
Blade.
He's Blade. He's basically Blade. Yeah, he cries a lot. He's a Blade. Crybaby. Sensitive Blade. Yeah, so
sensitive Blade.
You like, but yeah, it's a real it's really deep, and it's got action. It's amazing story, amazing characters,
Ooh,
amazing writing.
actually, speaking of Blade, little sidebar. Actually, this might turn into two extra sleepers, like small sleepers. I was searching through shit and on a guide that's on TV because I have no idea what to watch on TV anymore now that I actually have DirecTV. And I went past Viceland and I saw the next few shows on Viceland. There were two of them, and it was called Marvel: Anime, X-Men, and Blade. And I watched both of them, and I was like, "Holy shit! Why the?" And I saw it came out like 2000, maybe 2007, something like 10 years ago. And I was like, "Why the fuck did I know about this?" It's like, first of all, the X-Men one I love. It has my favorite anime voice actor of all time, Steve Bloom, greatest ever. He voiced, if you don't know Steve Bloom, he voiced Mugen. He voiced Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
Legend.
He voiced anybody's legend. He's in it. He plays Wolverine in it, and it's you could tell the same people who made Afro Samurai made this Marvel X-Men one.
It's really
it's style like it's real like anime. It's real like anime. It's style like Afro Samurai. It's some of the fight scenes are kind of Afro Samurai-ish. It's surprisingly good. And the same thing goes for Blade. I think Marvel's not trying to, because this is actually 10 years ago, jump into this anime thing, and they're not doing a bad job.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check those out because
That's why I put that out there.
I remember hearing
Marvel anime, X-Men, and Blade.
I think they might have a Batman. Well, that's not Marvel, but
I know exactly what you're talking about. You talk about the one where like he's kind of samurai-ish.
Yeah.
More samurai-ish.
Samurai.
I saw that.
You saw it?
I haven't seen the actual episode of that, but it's like that looks like something I can kind of fuck with because I fuck with the story of Batman so hard.
Batman.
I do.
Batman is
especially with what Chris Nolan did with it. It was like, oh, okay, Batman is hard.
Christopher Nolan. Shouts out Christopher Nolan for Batman Begins, Batman Dark Knight, even Dark Knight Rises. I like all of them. Dark
Knight might be objectively outside of even Batman is as a movie. Dark Knight's one of the best movies I've ever seen, and I'm a movie nigga. I've seen them all. I love movies and everything. It's like I saw it over again. I was like, oh shit, that's a regular movie. Like outside of just the whole Batman thing, Dark Knight is fucking amazing.
It's
in a lot of ways.
As a movie buff, you definitely like this is.
It's like the whole parallel with how crazy, if you think about just the character of Bruce Wayne, and if that nigga actually existed and doing what he's doing, is like how fucking crazy he is.
Yeah.
It's like that parallel with him meeting somebody like Joker, who were both in a way is like nowhere close to being normal. They're both crazy in their own minds, and then meeting each other and like just seeing what happens when that happens is like, oh because if you think about it, Joker, or at least what Chris Nolan made of Joker is kind of a wanderer, not Ronin, because he doesn't have like Ronin personality or anything like that, but kind of that type of character. He's just a wanderer, and he doesn't have any agenda. He wanders, sees what he can get into, and then gets into it.
Yeah, he's tied down to like Batman. I feel like, which means he's not tied down to like anything else.
He's not tied down to anything until he meets someone like that's as crazy as Batman, or not as crazy as Batman, that's as crazy as he is.
Yeah.
And as entertaining as he is, he's like, oh shit, I can't leave this. This is the most fun I've ever had in my life. Is chasing around this crazy ass nigga over here, and I'm crazy. Like I'm gonna do other than chase this nigga is rip off petty thugs and shit like that. It's like they're not interesting. This nigga's interesting. And Batman's like, this motherfucker is crazy. He does not care if I kill him. Like he's crazy. He's testing my mental. But shit's amazing. This is not a Dark Knight podcast. Don't know why I turned it into one.
It's just that good of a movie.
But it's that good of a movie, man.
If you have
two great characters meet each other,
go watch it.
I feel like it's a common theme in a lot of my taste for shit. It's like two great, well-developed characters meeting each other, seeing what the fuck happens. That's Samurai Champloo and Berserk.
Oh, also, yeah, that's
and Naruto.
Devilmanm Crybaby as well. I throw that in there. It's two.
Really? Yeah. I don't know why. I there's something about that I love. That's my whole list. That's One Piece too. That's my entire list. It's really just two amazing, well-developed characters meeting each other, and then what happens then?
How these opposing kind of forces.
That's my whole list. That's Guts and Griffith. That's Naruto, Sasuke, plus 100 other people.
Yeah, it's a powerful dynamic. It's like it's powerful. Tried and true. If you can pull it off, if you can get the characters.
Yeah, if you can pull it off, it's a home run.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Batman and Joker.
Vegeta and Goku. You can make the argument. Vegeta and Goku.
100%. Vegeta and Goku. Yeah, Vegeta and Goku. I don't know why I'm blanking.
Batman and Joker. Batman and Joker. The whole dynamic is just beautiful. Hunter.
I was gonna say Gon and Killua.
Yeah.
Also, honorable mention Hunter x Hunter. That's tight. But
this if you actually go into this, mad honorable mentions. But hey, we've gone way too long already. Yeah. Let's finally end this here. Moving forward, Red Ribbon Army. First of all, if you stayed with this podcast up to now, I'm proud of my army already. It's the first episode, and y'all niggas have rode to the end of this 3.5 hour podcast like some Joe Rogan shit. Like I fuck with y'all already. If not, I get it. It's a lot. There'll be more episodes later on. You'll come around.
We'll try to be
next few episodes are gonna be yes sir. Next few episodes gonna be a little different format than this one. We're gonna go more into a specific anime with each episode. So naturally, it's gonna be shorter than this one. We talk about in total. We talked about 15 different anime shows plus honorable mentions plus sleepers. So it's not gonna be the same as this. Don't worry. We're gonna go get deep into each. We're gonna go deep into anime we've gotten deep to already today. We're gonna try and go deeper. So what's up? Watch out for it. Red Ribbon Army. I am here. Kakashi Hatake. Village Hit in the butt cheeks. We're out.